I love Klein and Ally, you little bitch.
Morning, KROQ. All I got to say is, whoa, 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 whoa.
It'll make me laugh and put me in a great mood.
Hello, my favorite people in the whole wide world.
Good morning, everybody.
Champions, baby.
Let's go.
Whoa, sweet David Steak, did you see that?
What's up, Klein and Ally show?
Hey, it's KROQ.
Good morning.
Viva Klein and Ally show.
Let's get the show started. The show started. The show started.
We are live in Los Angeles. 3, 2, 1. And here we go.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh, yeah, welcome to Tuesday. We are Klein and Ally show. This is KROQ. We have lots to give you today. Bribery, if you just stick around with us. Foo Fighters tickets, 9 a.m. sharp, and we'll get you into this trip with us if you want to fly to Colorado, doing some skiing, snowboarding, 3-night hotel stay, Hotel Alpenrock, lift tickets, and all of the fun that we will bring with us on the road, including a live show and some other things that they're putting together behind the scenes here at KROQ.
Yeah, and that would be in Breckenridge, Colorado, which I didn't realize to the locals they call it Breck.
The Breck.
You go to Breck.
Got some listeners hitting us up already from the
Breck.
Colorado area, asking if they're able to meet us, even if they don't win their way in. And I don't know, it's a free country, so we'll tell you where we'll be.
Yeah, it's a resort. You can make a reservation if you want.
But we will get you in. That'll be happening later this morning and every day this week. And for some reason, people want something to look forward to. In fact, if your year is not off to a great start, I know it's only a few days into the new year, but already some people have said, well, this is the new worst year of my life. We're going to go ahead and turn that around by getting you this win. So think about why 2026 is already off to a bad start for you, personally, professionally.
Really think about why this year sucks.
Maybe you looked in the mirror and you said, I look like a pig man. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Things are off to a weird start, but they can only get better.
Yeah, so if things are not going the way you would hope they would go, a lot of people still have that motivation, excitement, anything's possible attitude. They're still journaling. They're still waking up and doing their meditations.
Their
and all
affirmations, all the Asians.
All the Asians are happening, and but if they're not happening for you the way they should, don't worry. Today we will turn your bad year into a good year with a trip to join us. And also, we will be spinning the wheel of forced resolutions for the third year in a row, where we will all find out what our New Year's resolution has to be, and then the first person to fail on theirs will be punished terribly. Last year it resulted in me jumping into a frozen lake in Big Bear and piercing my nipple. So who knows? I don't even remember what the punishment was the first. Who lost the first? Oh, Jake lost the first. Oh, he had to wrap his car.
Oh, yeah, that was so great. We should do that again.
Jake had to wrap his car with a picture of himself in his underwear.
Whoever loses has to wrap Jake's car.
Oh, it's a great idea. I love it. I love it. The punishments get worse every single year.
You know what? You do feel overwhelmed, though, by the pressure of a resolution. And I know everyone feels like they have to make one or make multiple. And they always say the small, manageable goals are the ones that you can actually achieve. A lot of people will just go, oh, I'm going to change everything my whole life. And then you get totally overwhelmed by the changes. And all the journals that they tell you to keep are just there's a regular journal, there's a dream journal, there's a gratitude journal, there's
a manifestation
sleep
journal, a food journal.
Yeah, a food journal. And then, a regular journal. I mean, all the journaling, I don't think you'd have time to do anything else.
No. What did you accomplish?
There's nothing else to journal about.
Did you accomplish anything today? No, I wrote in 11 of my journals.
I had to journal about my whole day, and my whole day's gone.
Well, one of us may have to do that because I think it's on that wheel of forced resolution. So we'll figure out a little bit later this morning what we'll be forced to do. And we're happy to give you a resolution as well. We've helped out listeners in the past. They go, I got nothing. I'm starting the year with no idea. So if you want to spin the wheel of forced resolution with us, it could be good for you. It could be bad for you. This could be a dry year for you. This could be a sex drought year for you, or perhaps it's going to be one of those resolutions where you're forced to go on a new date every week with someone. So there's a lot of opportunities to how today will change your life forever. If you need us, remember these numbers. Remember them because you'll need them to win from us. 800-520-1067. We are live on KROQ. You can call, you can text, you can also watch as we are currently streaming on YouTube. Welcome to the NetBanger community. And you can find us right there. Decent show in store for you. We'll get into it all after Linkin Park on KROQ. Talking about changes as the new year has begun. You know, Jake the Nerd was a energy drinker every day, and multiple energy drinks, but that was his drink of choice in the morning to attempt to wake up. And he's got a weird schedule because he comes in here, then he takes his weird 3-hour nap in the middle of the day. He doesn't ever set an alarm, although yesterday I think a car alarm woke him up, so he's really mad about that.
Oh, yeah.
But for the most part, he wakes up in the morning at, 2, 3 in the morning, and you just start chugging energy drinks, and that has always been your fuel to get you through the show. And then you made a decision. I don't know what you made. From when you made this decision to when you implemented it was crazy, because I think we were in Vegas a few years ago, and Jake tried a after-dinner espresso. We didn't order it, but I think the waiter's just like, here's some after-dinner espressos.
And everybody got one, yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, that's the thing you're going to bring us? Of all the things you could have brought us? There's like lava cake there. Bring us a goddamn lava cake.
I know, we're like, put whiskey in this espresso.
Yeah, and Jake decided after, I think, trying it for the first time, I'm going to be a coffee guy now. And then
wow, that's weird because, espresso is very hardcore and it's very like an acquired taste. It's like kind of like, when you take your first sip of beer, it's not really great the first time around.
No.
And you fell in love with it, Jake?
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know if he fell in love with it. I think he just decided that
it was more about the vibe.
I think he liked.
espresso.
Yeah, I think he liked the little cup. I think he liked
pinkies out.
Yeah, he liked all that
little
stuff.
cup is cool.
Yeah.
But also it's just to wake up. If it didn't have caffeine in it, I wouldn't drink it.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I think it's more of a boiled down, like the experience of drinking coffee takes a while. I think you like that it just is a one shot and done situation. You move on, right?
Exactly, yeah. I don't really like coffee, but I just rather be done with it.
So I saw Jake yesterday posted on his Instagram. He attempted to make coffee on his Nespresso machine, which he failed at, which is impossible.
How do you fail? You just put a pot in.
It's one button and
That's
one
what I
pot. It's impossible to fail. And it took, how many times did it take you to make your first cup of coffee?
Twice.
So I think the first time
Don't you just put the pot in and the little needle goes through it?
The instructions said to do that, yeah, but then above the instructions, it had a thing that said...
What?
Do you know how the instructions for your mic work? Hello?
Hello? Did you not hear me?
We lost you.
Oh, yeah. So the instructions said, here's how you do it. But above the instructions had a big banner that says, before you do it for the first time, you have to clean it. And I didn't know that.
Oh, don't listen to any of that crap.
Yeah. But then the next time...
all that descaling and all that.
No one does that. No one does the cleaning.
Throw it away and buy a new one when that happens.
Was a waste.
Right. Anytime someone gives me anything that's like a thermos or something to drink out, it says, wash this before you use it.
Here's your
like,
maintenance?
Right. Not happening. No. But you then... But then you attempted to punch one of the pods and you didn't actually... hit the button, so nothing came out of it. It was just like
I hit the button and nothing came out of it because it had never been rinsed before. And so then I did it again, and then it worked finally.
And now that you are a coffee guy, how do you feel like your life has changed at all?
I'm not yet, but I do feel
I'll tell you
better.
one thing, your stories are worse.
Yeah, dude. I think you need to go back to the energy drinks. This is tough to get through.
Yeah, can we throw that machine away and buy you some energy drinks?
Well, it still tastes terrible to me. I don't like it, but I'm trying to drink it just for my health.
So I got us all good coffee.
That's not healthy for you. What are you doing? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that doesn't help.
What do you think?
Espresso's not better for you than energy drinks?
Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, yeah, it's
maybe
better.
a little bit.
I'm sure you could find a doctor to make either argument work, probably.
Did you get the variety pack where it's like Forte? Like they have all those fancy names for each one of the shots?
Oh, yeah, the names, I can't pronounce any of them. It came with a pack full of like espressos and coffees.
Yeah, they're
and a whole
supposed to
bunch
all
of
be
junk.
different, but they all taste exactly
They're
the
all the
same to
same.
me. I'm like,
this-
I don't know, the purple one.
Well, this is a Guatemalan bean?
Yeah. I'm like, okay.
Tastes just like the one for El Salvador
I'm like, and
bean?
I'm always like, which one makes more coffee?
Hey, I just want the
I
one,
want
that
the
is
one
the
that's the
strongest
most.
caffeine.
See,
Yeah.
I want the one that makes the less coffee, but just like the most caffeine in it.
So
Right.
you're just going to hate it but keep doing it?
Yes.
It's like the show.
Vanessa told me this morning that I should put some sugar in it, and I was like, I'll try that tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, Vanessa drinks
Dude,
sugar
that's
water every
so
morning.
insulting to coffee connoisseurs.
Yeah, you're not going to be like accepted in the coffee community, Jake, if you're just going to go ahead
Yeah, I
and
thought you
load
wanted
up.
to be an espresso guy.
Yeah, like,
That's what I'm trying to be, but Vanessa told me I gotta try sugar in it.
No, don't do that.
Add sugar to coffee, guys.
No, to coffee it's fine, but not espresso.
espresso is like nothing.
Yes, you can add a little with a tiny spoon. Why do they make those tiny spoons for?
For you.
You mean regular size spoon for you?
Because you're a black girl.
Yeah, because they Velcro to the plate, Vanessa. That's why. Hey, so Jake, you're going to stick with this, though.
Oh, totally. I already bought like 5 sleeves that I
Whoa.
gotta get through.
I think that he's going to be done with those sleeves and he's not going to want to pay for this anymore.
I agree.
Because that's what happened to me. I was like, I can't keep this up.
Just do me a favor.
Well, they're cheaper than like a Red Bull.
When you
that's true.
when you give up on this thing, because I think Allie's right, it's going to be pretty soon. Can we either put that in the office or can we give it away
Can
to
we
the
have
listener?
the Nespresso?
If I give up on it, but I'm not going to give up on it.
All right, because I have extended return on that. I think I can return it until like February 5th.
Oh, you bought that for Jake for Christmas?
Yeah, I bought it for him because...
Oh, you didn't buy him coasters like you did Vanessa?
Vanessa got a lot more, Vanessa got a lot more than coasters. That was gift number 3 for Vanessa.
Sure, yeah, she loved that.
I did.
You get coasters, too? The coasters for your feet?
Oh, that's a great idea. Vanessa...
She totally opened them during this last song and was like, I totally need coasters. No, I actually do use coasters.
That was an add-on. First of all, that was an add-on.
The worst gift ever.
All right, you know what, Vanessa? Give those back to me. Those aren't yours anymore. I'm taking them back. If you want a real gift, Allie's money, that's the gift that keeps on giving. Call now. We got Allie Knows the News to get to in a moment. Your chance to win $100 of her cash right now at 800-520-1067. 5 questions about things happening in the world. Study up. Call now. Win next.
Calling all KROQ listeners, this is Dave Grohl.
Listen at 9, noon, 3, and 6 for your chance to win a pair of tickets to Foo Fighters. Wednesday, January 14th, Kia Forum.
That's right, baby.
Fans of the Foo Fighters lining up to give back and nab tickets.
Limited tickets at Ticketmaster.
Proceeds will go toward Hope the Mission and Los Angeles Mission.
Listen to KROQ all week to win tickets to see our band at the Forum.
Is someone getting the best? Courtesy of Live Nation.
World famous KROQ.
KROQ. Your next chat.
Gambling on the news seems fun. Allie's putting her own money up on the line every morning around this time. A chance for you to win $100 of her money. To date, she's paid thousands of dollars to people of her own money that she could have invested wisely, money she could have used to start a side hustle or finally do something about her hair.
Hey.
And yet she still decided to give it to you fine people for listening and gambling on the news.
And I do still get my hair cut twice a year.
That's right. She's figured out a way to do it twice a year, once by herself and once by a cousin.
I remember one time I walked into the salon and I said, can you just cut it way too short? And
So
they
I
were
don't
like,
have to-
why?
so I don't
And
have to
was
come
like,
back.
Yeah. It's like, because then I want it to be the right length in like a month.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the 8-month cut, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, well, Jake's got that right now after we let Blind Charlie shave his head. Let's get into the game now. 5 questions about the news. All you got to do is score better than Allie, and she gives you her money. And if you do beat Allie, we'll also throw in a limited edition Klein Ally Show mug. Great for a beverage of your choice. Or maybe you got to go to the bathroom while sitting in traffic. That mug would take care of you then as well. Hey, Mario from Riverside, good morning and welcome to KROQ. What's up?
What's up, bud?
Allie's going to leave the KROQ studios. No one pay attention to her San Francisco 49ers shirt. She starts to...
Hey, whoa.
She's going to start mushing that team into the postseason. There she goes. She's out, which means your round can officially begin right now.
Allie Knows the News.
A father was beaten up in a fight that took place at Disneyland, but what was supposedly the cause of the fight?
He was trying to cut in line, I believe.
Question number 2. People are comparing the Stranger Things finale to a music video from which KROQ band?
Man, I don't like that show. Nirvana.
Question number 3. A record has been set in Tokyo as $3.2 million was paid in auction for what?
Ooh, a painting.
Say that again?
A painting?
A painting. That's what Jake would have spent. Go to question number 4. A new study says that this poses a 26% risk to commercial aircraft. What is now responsible or at least potentially causing a risk for 26% of all commercial aircraft?
Drones. I don't know.
Drones? That's a good guess. I'll write that down. And finally, customers robbed at gunpoint in Los Angeles for $300,000 worth of what? And this is now becoming a similar string of robberies that has been happening. What are people stealing?
Jewelry.
All right, let's bring Allie in. We'll score it together, see how you did. $100 up for grabs. If you're playing along, let's see how you would have done. Tomorrow morning around this time, you're more than welcome to give us a call and battle Allie for her money, her pride, her dignity, and so much more. Allie, here we go. Question 1.
Yes.
A father was beaten up in a fight that took place at Disneyland, but what supposedly started this fight?
It was the classic, I'm just cutting in line to catch up with my family.
Ah, the old cut in line trick. And there's nothing more frustrating than waiting in those long lines only to have someone cut in front of you. Even if they actually are catching up with their family, it's annoying. But when they are not, a lot of times, I keep an eye on something like, that guy's got no family.
I'm like, when is he going to stop? When is he going to stop?
Right.
No family.
No family. So Allie is correct. And guess who else got that right? Mario did.
Oh, damn. Okay.
1-1 after 1. No cutting. No, what do they say? No cuts, no butts, no coconuts. That's right. Question 2.
Mm-hmm.
People are comparing
Nice.
the Stranger
That's right.
Things finale to a music video by this KROQ band. There's a lot of comparisons being made.
Yes, I believe that is the In the End music video by Linkin Park.
Ah, yes. The internet is having a field day with this one, and they're saying the similarities don't stop. He said Nirvana, sadly, so he does not get the point. Ali is absolutely right. The similarities between Linkin Park in the End and Stranger Things finale. As we go to question number 3, Ali's up 1. A record has been set in Tokyo as $3.2 million was spent at auction on what?
I know this story because it's a giant tuna.
It's a fish story. You better believe Allie's all over it.
It's all over my feed, baby.
He guessed a painting, but sadly for Mario, Allie's absolutely right. I think it's the most amount of money that was ever spent for a tuna.
They outbid me.
And there you go. Giant tuna, which, they can make a ton of sushi with that. And as you know,
wasabi.
That's right. I don't know if that comes with or that's extra. Good point. We go to question 4. Allie's up 2. New study says that this poses a 26% risk to commercial aircraft.
Not putting your phone on airplane mode?
Oh, keeping your phone off the airplane mode, which no one actually uses anyway. That's an interesting guess.
And they try to tell us we can still do stuff with our phones, but we can't.
He said drones, which is a great guess.
Oh, that is a good guess.
But not right either. Apparently, all of the space debris, all of the garbage that we've been flying and letting loose in space.
Yeah, but that's out in space.
Well, apparently, some of it's coming back, and it's creating quite a problem now. So they're saying all the space debris is creating a 26% problem for commercial aircraft.
Just push it out further.
That's what I would say. But, even those like satellites, eventually they fall out of orbit or something. They crash down to Earth. I don't know how it works. No one gets the point. Final question now. Allie's still up by a few. Customers have been robbed at gunpoint for this item valued at $300,000. A string of similar robberies taking place now across Los Angeles.
Oh, God, there's so many. But I don't know. I know that there was a big one about Pokémon cards.
Okay. He said jewelry, and yes, jewelry robbery has always been a thing, will always be a thing. But the stuff that is the news of the day is that this is now the second high-profile Pokemon robbery north of hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of Pokemon stuff. So sadly, Mario, you put in an effort, but Allie still did better than you. And what must you shamefully admit over the airwaves of KROQ?
I'm Mario, and Ellie knows the news.
Great question right there. Nice attempt. Sorry, great question on the text line from 323 who says, good morning, Klein. I know that your nose is much larger this year. Can you smell what my wife is cooking for dinner tomorrow? It's a great question. Let me go ahead and figure this out.
Sniff it out. Come on, boy. What do you smell?
Here. I'm smelling ground beef of some variety. And I don't know if it's going to be into a lasagna, but I'm not getting lasagna. I'm getting some sort of like a taco bowl thing.
Ooh, delicious.
So you're going to have a great day tomorrow. You're welcome.
Can't stop addicted to the shindig.
Your Klein and Ally show, just killing time until we get you on our trip to fly to Breckenridge, Colorado for some skiing and snowboarding. We got those tickets for you coming up. Very limited spots on the party plane to hang with us. And also, we will get you into the Foo Fighters later this morning.
Hey, Sweet Knockers, guys. Just wanted to thank you all for the last year of fun and laughs.
Well, that all ends right now because we're going to talk about a life and death situation. And I think we can all agree that saving a life, probably saving a baby's life, I think is the highest thing that you can do. Maybe just beneath that would be saving a
sick baby.
Sick baby. I think is less important than a healthy baby.
Really? Because it was kind of Darwinism.
Yeah, it was probably on its way out anyway. I think saving a healthy baby that's got some real merit to it.
I think when it's like, oh man, the baby's just born, cord wrapped around the neck, boom, saved the life. Baby is cool.
But if a person saves a baby, like a doctor save lives every day. Not that that's not impressive.
So it's less.
I think it's way less impressive than if a regular construction worker saves baby that falls off.
Burning building and baby are the two biggest things.
You think those are the biggest?
If you save a baby out of a burning building, that's an automatic highest win you can have.
You think that's bigger than saving a school bus full of children?
That's a whole bunch of babies. That doesn't count.
It's not babies.
We're talking about a single individual.
All right,
baby burning building.
Where does saving a dog fall into all of this? Because Vanessa, our very own Vanessa, had a heroic moment that took place over the break, and she, I believe, went from just regular civilian to hero because she saved a dog. And I don't understand where do you guys think saving dog goes on
I
the
think
list?
most people think that saving animals is a bigger accomplishment.
It all depends on the situation. Like, was it on the freeway? Was it just stuck up in the tree?
Yeah, how much were you risking your own life to save what you're saving?
I was risking getting wet by the rain. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
You know what?
As we said.
Take that burning building.
That's a hero right there.
Maybe this dog had rabies. Like, it looked questionable.
What was the situation, Vanessa? Because you made a decision. Every day we can make decisions. Do we act or do we move on with our lives? And you made the decision to act.
Yes, I was walking down the beach boardwalk, and this guy's like running behind the dog, and I was like, oh no, his dog got off leash. That's what I thought. So I was like, oh, let me get around so I could help him. And then he's like running. This little dog, I don't know how little dogs could outrun people. It's crazy. Anyways, he's like, it's not my dog. I've been chasing him for 3 miles and I can't catch him.
3 miles?
Yeah, that's what he said. He like had been
This guy's a moron.
Yeah, what an idiot.
No, guys, I'm telling you, he was like, I can't catch him. Anyways, at one point,
You think he was hitting on you, Vanessa?
No, he
this
wasn't
is
hitting
definitely
on me.
a setup.
Yeah, I feel like
of some kind.
You're right. There's no way this guy was chasing this dog for 3 miles.
Especially if it's not your dog. I'm giving up after 5 minutes.
No.
Tops.
No, he really was. The dog looked like he needed help.
Are you sure it wasn't a coyote?
No, it was a white little dog.
Okay.
The dog that runs 3 miles doesn't need that much help. I mean, that's a lot of running. That's a healthy dog right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was scared.
So he's chasing a dog. He says to you, I am trying to chase this dog. I've been trying to rescue it.
Yeah, and
It's
then
on
I
the
just see
boardwalk.
him go after the dog, and I was like, okay, I feel like I really thought he was going to capture the dog. But then I see the guy coming back, like, towards me. He's like, someone else will rescue him. And I was like, what? You can't give up? Because I already knew this. I can't be the person that gives up.
It's a dog relay.
Yeah, you
It
got to
was
tap
a
out.
relay.
He gave you the baton.
He truly did. So then I'm like kind of walking and being like nonchalant, be like, hey, doggy, come here. Nah, the dog.
Oh, reverse psychology.
Nice,
Yeah.
I don't care about you.
Yeah, right.
Hey, get out of here, you dumb mutt.
She plays hard to get with the dog.
No.
I don't want to
I
be
was like
thirsty.
switching it up. I was like, come here. I have a treat. I didn't have treats, obviously.
Ooh, good.
Good, smart. I bet she, by the way, did have treats for herself. She definitely had a pocket full of candy.
A lollipop.
So you decide, dog, come here.
I'm like, come here, buddy, come here. And the doggy would just not. So I would like try to chase him a little bit, and then he would run. And then other people saw that I was trying to capture this dog, so they tried to help. Then this guy
This little girl lost her dog. Help her.
Someone's chasing Vanessa because they think she's a girl
Come
who's on
on,
the
girl.
loose. Come on, I have a treat.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so this guy almost captured it, and I was like, oh my God, yeah. But then he saw the dog. He's like, no, he might have rabies.
What?
Yeah, and then I saw him, and I was like, you know what? He might be right. I don't know. And then the doggy goes up the hill. Like, there's cactuses and stuff, and there's Like, I can't go up, and he's, like, stuck. He's just, like, not going to come down. He's finally, like, resting. So I call animal services.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Were you just playing R. Kelly?
That's right. That's the appropriate song. It goes with that. It goes with her story. That was not the right clip to play. Yes. So what happened, Vanessa?
So I call animal services, and they told me to please take a photo of the dog where it's at and tell them that cross, like, where at the beach is this dog. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know. Like, I don't know the cross streets.
Right.
But I'll do my best.
It's just a hill on the beach.
Yeah. I took a screenshot of my map location, and I sent it. And then the lady's like, okay, it's going to be 24 to 72 hours.
What?
And I was like,
that
what?
dog is donezo.
I know. I was like, no, he's like really little, and I think he's hurt. Like, I'll wait for you guys. I'm letting her know. Like,
and there's no sign of an owner or anything like that.
Collar on the? Is there a collar on the dog?
No collar.
So it's probably a stray.
It might be chipped. It definitely does not have rabies.
Could be chipped. Why do you say that, Jake?
Well, with dogs who are rabid are like aggressive and will try to attack you, not running away. They're like, because they're mentally like flipped, right?
So they'd be chasing Vanessa. That would have been hilarious.
Oh, that would be so cool. She's up on a hill.
The dog's just afraid.
By a cactus.
Guys, I'm stuck. So you're saying at the end of all of this, you did not save this dog?
No, I waited an hour because I was like, I was letting the lady know, no, I'm going to wait. But then it started to rain, and I was like, they did set 24 to 72 hours, and it's looking like they're keeping that promise.
They said 24 to 40 or 72 hours, and you said, I'm going to wait?
Yeah, well, because I was hoping that would be like, all right, we'll send someone.
Yeah. And then they called your bluff, and they go, she's not going to wait 72 hours.
And then I checked my phone a few hours later, and I saw that they had emailed me back saying, hey, we need, like, to cross the street.
Oh, the dog is on the phone for you, Vanessa. Hold on. Oh.
I'm so scared.
Literally the energy of the dog.
Is this what you meant to play in the first place?
This was what I was trying to play. This is right next to
I thought
my...
you were going to play R. Kelly again.
Do you have anything you want to say to this dog that's still sitting by the cactus, Vanessa?
Oh.
I do feel bad. I did think about that dog the next day.
Dude, that dog is dead.
No. Survivor.
I really...
What do you mean?
It's on the phone right now. It's not dead, clearly.
No, but...
Clearly.
Actually, you make a good point.
Yeah, that's right. All right, well, Vanessa, thank you for almost being a hero. That's like the time I tried to save the dog statue. I think there were equal playing fields
And
here.
I think equal time wasted.
Equal time wasted on all parts with 0 dogs saved.
Klein and Ally Show.
Klein and Ally Show.
The world famous KROQ.
Hey, what's going on, Klein and Ally?
We'll tell you what's going on. Your news right now, then a brand new hour of the show will begin.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for A.D.D. News.
Disneyland is a magical place as long as you don't act like a dick. And unfortunately, people don't know how to handle themselves sometimes in public. And a bloody brawl broke out in the line for Indiana Jones. And the punches started because of the classic scenario. A person cutting in line saying, I'm just catching up with my family. My family's up there. In my opinion, their family isn't up there. And when someone tried to do it, an altercation ensued, and one guy got beat pretty bad, and I think he needed stitches.
Bruised and beaten, this man brutally assaulted while waiting in line for a ride at Disneyland.
One party was in line at the Indiana Jones attraction in the Disneyland Resort when another group tried to pass them, apparently in an attempt to catch up to their other friends or family.
And that's when the brawl broke out. The fistfight happened in line at the theme park outside the Indiana Jones attraction in front of a crowd of witnesses, including children who watched the bloody beatdown. One witness says the man was blindsided and sucker punched, and a woman claiming to be the man's wife says her husband didn't fight back out of fear of being kicked out of the park or blacklisted by Disney.
Oh, it's such a beautiful dream. Is a wish your
And they really do have a way of making everything better. Once you hear that music behind it, it actually sounds like a magical story.
Bruised and beaten, this man brutally assaulted while waiting in line for a ride at Disneyland.
One party was in...
You know, when I heard this story, I was like, this sounds like a California Adventure thing.
Sure does.
It doesn't seem like something that would happen at Disneyland because there's not as much alcohol there.
Yep.
But this was the second incident involving an Indiana Jones attraction. That same day,
Oh, that's the day the ball got
at
loose?
the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular at Hollywood Studios, a giant 400-pound inflatable boulder rolled off the track. It was careening into the crowd, and an employee jumped in front of it to save the crowd and got beat down by this giant boulder.
Yeah, I was shocked when I saw that thing was actually 400 pounds because in my mind I go, that's like where...
It looks like a balloon where you're just like, boo!
It seems like something you have at a kid's birthday party where they all push it to each other.
Like it was a balloon.
Yeah, and they said
Well,
the
it was
400-pound
inflatable, but it's 400 pounds. It's massive.
Right,
Dude,
still,
talk about heroes, by the way. That guy's a hero.
Totally.
that guy is a hero.
They jumped in front of the boulder Indiana Jones style.
It was really cool. They should add that to the stunt show regularly. That same exact move. Every time. I mean, it's pretty incredible.
I mean, you love a good stunt show.
You know me.
And if you had seen this actually happen
would
in
have been
real time,
incredible.
it would have been
But the
incredible.
line cutting stuff in general, I think that we do need to have a stricter policy on line cutters. I think line cutters are some of the worst people on the planet. And yes, lines are terrible. I hate lines. I will go to places all the time, see the line, and leave the place. I just go, nope, not for me. I'm leaving. And it's great when some people figured out little hacks. Oh, I'll get a TaskRabbit to wait in line for me, or I'll convince a family member to get in line. I actually, now that I have a phone, I think one of the best jobs you can have at Disney is guy standing by himself in line on my phone watching whatever while family is doing something else, and I'm not responsible for them.
Yeah, but then if you're behind that person, you think it's just one person, and then you get closer to the ride, and then all of a sudden 7 people go in front of you. That's really annoying.
I've got a solution. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I can't believe I'm going to give it away for free right now. You know when you go into a fitting room at like a Nordstrom Rack, and they make you put the number on the door as to how many things you're going to be trying on?
Oh, wow. So you have like an around your neck?
You're wearing a thing in line that says how many people are going to be joining you, so that everyone is aware.
They can punch you now.
I got to beat this guy up now before his 17 cousins show up. That way, it's not a surprise when you're because everyone does that math. Everyone's doing that line math in Disney where you're looking at the line, you're looking.
Especially if you're like on the log ride or something where the front and the back matter to you, right?
Yeah. Or you just know, I'm 3 more times before it's my turn to finally go. Yeah, and then all of a sudden someone shows up with all their relatives, and it feels like you got screwed somehow.
Yes, and I have been in a situation where my wife got in line. I went to the bathroom, and she got in line. Yes, she got in line and was like, meet me. And it was the Jungle Cruise, which is a very complicated line to navigate if you're trying to cut through.
They said to Allie, you get back in the river, you elephant.
And this guy yelled at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really am just trying to meet up with my wife. But I didn't want to be that person because it's not a good look. And nobody believes you because most people are not telling the truth.
You know what I think you'd be good at in life? One of those jungle cruise cruise captains.
Oh my God, I would love it.
Where they think they're stand-up comedians.
Yeah. Allie would do the
all
thing.
The puns.
Oh my God, I think you would crush at that stupid job.
Yeah, but you know what? If I didn't get a proper laugh, I would just repeat it. I would repeat the joke.
Just tie a toaster to your leg and jump in the water.
Somebody laugh,
please! God,
Allie will take that.
You from Iowa.
That gun that they're supposed to shoot at the whatever, just point it at herself.
Listen to me! And I would do it in accents.
I'm being funny up here.
All right, people might be freaked out by robots, but the truth is that they make it a lot easier to be lazy. And one of the most annoying parts of being a parent, I haven't experienced this yet, but driving your kids all around creation, to school, to friends' house, to soccer practices. You become this personal chauffeur. And in Southern California, that is a huge time suck. So parents in Southern California are now throwing their kids in a Waymo.
What?
Have the robot take your dumb soccer practice. I can then go take a nap.
And I didn't think about that.
Kids
Dude,
like
you
it.
would not do that.
Yes, he
wouldn't
would.
have done it until about a second ago when I heard about it.
Dude, your kids are still small, man.
Yeah, but Waymo.
That's Waymo, man.
Waymo, they don't
it's not
have
going to get
hands.
handsy.
Right.
Yeah. So the kids like it, too, because they can just sit back and be on their phones or whatever, and they don't have to talk to adults. They don't have to talk to their parents. They don't have to talk to a weird Uber driver. They just want to be alone anyway, so they like it. And it's, for parents, this reliable, affordable nanny, essentially, who can pick up your kid, drop them off to
kids
where...
destroying the car.
Forget about, by the way, soccer practice. What if you just had the thing drive the kids around for an hour while you went out to dinner with your wife?
Oh, why have it be a kid? Why not a little baby?
Yes.
Sometimes you have to drive them around the block to get them to sleep.
Just
throw them in a Waymo.
Yeah, I wish Waymo you didn't have to put a destination. I wish you could just say, like, I
Endless.
want... Right, 50 minutes.
Duration.
50 minutes.
Yeah,
20
duration.
minutes. That's a great... man.
Yeah, but I also think that there is, like, You know how one thing gets in front of a Waymo and it stops moving?
Yeah.
If there's a Waymo that has to do school pickup, and there's a crossing guard or there's a kid, those
game over.
That thing is going to block the entire school pickup experience for everybody and make it terrible. All right, and finally, there is a new name replacing Karen this year. Karen was the quintessential I want to speak to the manager name. That name is, for the most part attributed to the older generations, Gen X or Boomers, and now Gen Z has dubbed Jessica the new Karen for the millennial generation.
Jessica.
So if there's a Jessica, she likely wants to speak to the manager.
Watch out.
She's in her 30s or early 40s, and she's mad.
Watch out, managers. Jessicas are on the hunt. I'm sure there's a Jessica listening right now that will not be happy with this statement. And if you'd like to call and complain, you can call and speak to our manager at 800-520-1067. Coldplay in your ears now, then a brand new hour of the show will begin. Greatest hour of your life, perhaps next on KROQ. Quick. Shot it!
Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh yeah, good morning. Welcome to your KROQ on a Tuesday. Year is still 2026, and if this has not been a great year for you so far, then we will like to turn that around. This is the hour we hook you up with a trip to join us Mountainside, Breckenridge, Colorado, flights, hotel, lift tickets. It'll be unbelievable. People asking if I don't ski or snowboard but still want to travel with you guys, can I win? Of course you can, but this would be a really amazing getaway, especially if you're someone that has never skied the mountains outside of California. Different type of snow, different elevation. It's a whole thing. It's been years since I've been to Colorado, but
I think there are people who enjoy the ski part and people who enjoy the après part, which is the partying and the entertainment and the hangout.
I love après.
And the greatest entertainment of all will be when we go to a Colorado Walmart and confirm whether or not Allie is an actual 8 or not. She claims she is an 8 at a Colorado Walmart, and we will make a stop there as part of this trip. So it's going to be a great time had by many.
Can we get Vanessa to name the city again?
Where is this trip happening, Vanessa?
Breck. That's right.
What's the whole thing?
Breckenridge.
There she goes.
Nice.
She whispers it when she's not as confident.
We just mentioned a moment ago that the new Karen is Jessica, and on the phone right now we have a Jessica. Jessica, are you upset about this?
No, I think it's actually pretty accurate, except for me. I'm a ray of sunshine. But
Right.
My friend has a sister named Jessica, and she actually asked for a manager once because her fish taco tasted too fishy.
Yeah, that's a real Jessica. So you're saying that there
maybe
is
not me, but
right. You're one of the good Jessicas, but you're saying that there are those Jessicas out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So you're saying that you've never once called customer service or asked for a manager?
I'm going to plead the fifth on that.
Boy. Well, Jessica, the year of the Jessica. Guys, one of the many things we've lost this year is plastic bags. Can't even buy them for a dime anymore. They just don't exist. You go to the store and you say, let me get some of those plastic bags. And they go, no, those have been banned.
Plastic surgery is in, plastic bags are out.
Yeah, I know. And Jake feels bad because he didn't buy a lot of groceries, but he had a lot of bags. So we sent him out to see if he could still sell illegal plastic bags. The exciting results next.
Succulent.
What's a succulent?
Are you currently breaking the law? Because every year, right around this time, new laws come into effect, and you go, that was legal last year, now it's not. Or something that was illegal now becomes legal. If you remember a few years ago, jaywalking became legal, and we took a guy out in the streets so he could jaywalk for the very first time. And here is just some of how excited he was about the new law that jaywalking is now okay.
Well, I've probably jaywalked a couple times again. It's now legal to jaywalk.
This guy's addicted now. This guy got a vice of jaywalking. He just can't quit it.
And I'm pretty smart. I don't get hit by cars.
So he's already doing the job the right way. He's not getting hit by cars, but he celebrated a new law that went into effect a few years ago that you can now jaywalk legally without fear of getting one of those tickets.
Yeah, another new law that went into effect was that every unit now in Southern California has to have a working fridge and stove. And Johnny said he was apartment shopping and saw all these brand new stoves, shiny new fridges, and all the units. It's kind of nice now when you're forced to upgrade.
I remember looking for my first apartment in L.A. and wondering why every place I went to had this big, I'm such an idiot. I was like, oh, cool, they have these open spaces in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. I could do anything here.
I could stand in here.
I was like, I could put an arcade game. I literally thought, it's a great place to put an arcade game.
I could put a pinball machine
and then I'm like,
there.
hey, where's the fridge? And they're like, oh, you got to put one right there. That's
Which
on you.
Which is such BS.
I know. It really is. So annoying.
Because those are so expensive.
And of course, they're bulky as hell. So you think to yourself, like, once I leave here, there's no way. I remember leaving
You're
places
not going to take it
and
with you.
begging the people that moved in after me, can you please just buy the fridge? And they knew they got you by the balls. So they're like, I'll give you $1. You're like, fine, I'll take it. Deal. So anyway, one of the laws that's happening now is if you go to the grocery store, you will not be given the option for plastic bags. Those don't exist. It's paper only. You know those crappy...
And they suck.
Those paper bags suck. They shouldn't even be called bags. Many of them don't have any handles. The ones that have handles fall off the second you try to pick anything up.
Even if they double bag.
Double, triple, it doesn't matter. Those handles are just useless. And so you end up holding your groceries like you're carrying a baby, pretty much.
And it's frustrating because the plastic bag did have multiple uses. It's not like if I bought plastic bags, I would just throw them away.
No. You could use them for...
I have a whole drawer full of plastic bags.
Right. And they always ended up helpful. You had to put a wet bathing suit somewhere. Boom, plastic bag.
Or shoes that you stepped in crap.
Dog crap shoes, plastic bag.
Perfect.
So they did solve a lot of problems, but now you can't get them. So Jake wanted to see if he could show up at the store, find shoppers, and try to upsell them for the now illegal plastic bags.
Have you heard about the plastic bag ban?
Yeah, I think it's weird because we already had a plastic bag ban, and now we have another one, which is very confusing.
Well, now you can't even get plastic bags. Like, if you go to the store, you have to get paper bags.
Yeah, and some of them don't have handles, which I don't agree with. I think all paper bags should have handles.
Industrial, tested handles?
Yeah, handles you can carry your stuff out. You don't need to hold it in your arms, what am I going to do?
I got bags today with handles, paper handles, and they ripped off instantly.
Yep, that's why they double it up and they charge you twice as much.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so we still charge for bags. That's the worst.
Yeah, they charge 10 cents.
What would you pay for a plastic bag now?
Now, Jake, where do you have all these plastic bags? Are they in your pocket? You have them in a trench coat?
I have them in Kibby's bag on the side pocket.
Okay, and then you brought a lot of plastic bags with you. Because you're the only game in town. You can't buy them behind the register. It's illegal.
A lot, too.
Right,
I've been saving them.
I paid 15 cents.
15 cents. You can't get them anymore. You can't get them.
Yeah, because they had handles.
Okay. This might be a tough sale, but I have one plastic bag here that I will sell to you for $5.
$5? Now you can keep it.
I'll sell it to you for $1.50.
Jake's negotiating.
That's so much lower than your original price.
And this is the same thing he does
when
he buys all of his crap on OfferUp. It's this negotiating where he ends up paying more for the stupid stuff he buys. But he went in there with a plan. I got a plastic bag. It's $5. But, hey, it's your plastic bag. You can't get them anywhere else. Value goes up when something
By the end of this, he's going to pay her.
Listen to this, Allie.
Nah, pass.
I sell it to you for 75 cents.
I'll put it in my pocket. It's fine.
55 cents.
50?
Come on, 55 cents.
No.
Come on.
No.
You can't buy these anymore.
That's okay. I have some at home.
But you're going to run out.
It's all good. I'll figure it out.
50 cents. Final offer.
You went down
48 cents. There you go.
All right, deal.
Jake sold
48 cents is such an inconvenient
That's
price.
Probably the change she had on her. So Jake actually did end up making 4 times what he paid for that bag. So he thinks he's onto something. He got a little too confident. Then he approached another person. I don't think it went well.
What's your name?
Kyle Pena.
Have you heard that there's no more plastic bags?
I did hear about that, yes. Those communists are getting us.
Ooh.
Have you gone to the store yet to get anything?
I usually have a spare bag with me, so...
Oh, you bring it back with you?
Generally speaking, yes. But I do like having an option of getting a bag from the store.
Yeah, they used to charge you for it. You know how much that was?
Wasn't it like 10 cents?
If you had to pay more for a bag, what would you pay?
I'd be willing to go up to a quarter.
A quarter?
I'd say a quarter, yeah.
So this guy says for just to get those back, the convenience of the plastic bag, even though it's terrible for the environment and it's killing sea turtles, this guy would pay a quarter just to go back to that because The plastic bags almost are the equivalent of no bag. The paper ones are like having no bag at all.
If only the turtle knew the price of its life.
Yeah, I mean, we've really put a price on these turtles. It's way out of control.
What if I told you I had a bag right here on me? I'll sell you for $1.50.
Do you have change?
How much do you have?
A couple bucks.
I'll sell it for you for $2.
Let's make a deal happen.
Whoa.
Wow. All right.
Jake was profitable $2.48 in his selling of old plastic bags. And that was just one experiment.
Well, and you were outside of the grocery store, Jake?
Uh-huh.
But what if you were at the end of the checkout line? And
you just post it up there?
That's when you're in a pinch and you don't want to deal with buying the bags and you're getting the option. You don't like the options being presented. And there's Jake right there with the plastic bags going, hey, give me $5 right now. I'll make your life easier.
Big bag.
I'd like you to stand behind the person that's there with the paper bags. You'll be behind the bagger.
Yes.
You'll be the backup bagger guy. Well, look, eventually they'd have to call security and throw you out of there, but it'd be worth it.
I think that'd be instantly.
I don't know. I
think they would just assume you work there.
Yeah, this could be your new side hustle, Jake. All right, well, there you have it. Just so you know, those plastic bags, if you have them, hold them. They're obviously going up in value because Jake was able to be profitable. When we get back, if your year is not off to a great start, it's only been a week, not even, in 2026. And some people are saying this year is already not for me. I know this is a big month for people to break up. I know this is a big divorce month. I think a lot of people just said we get through the holidays. So why is this year off to a bad start for you? We want to turn it around by inviting you to join us. Breckenridge, Alpenrock, it's a flyaway, it's a ski away, it's a snowboard away, and of course we will get your airfare, your hotel, and everything else that goes on there, including a live Klein and Ally show from Colorado. Someone says, Klein better be careful with those new nostrils in Colorado. He could suck up all the fresh air. It's possible.
In the snow.
You better get there before I take it.
Nothing on the mountain.
So if you want in, we want to hear why this year has not started great for you so we can turn it around, and we do that next.
Calling all KROQ listeners, this is Dave Grohl.
Listen at 9, noon, 3, and 6 for your chance to win a pair of tickets to Foo Fighters. Wednesday, January 14th, Kia Forum.
That's right, baby.
Fans of the Foo Fighters lining up to give back and nab tickets.
Limited tickets at Ticketmaster.
Proceeds will go toward Hope the Mission and Los Angeles Mission.
Listen to KROQ all week to win tickets to see our band at the Forum.
Is someone getting the best?
Courtesy of Live Nation.
World famous KROQ.
KROQ.
Klein and Ally show. New year, new possibilities. Maybe you're all woo-woo about it. You think, oh, man, this is my year, 2026. It's going to be better than the last one. Last year started out a little shaky. We had those fires. Oh. It felt like right away we got thrown into it, and everyone was kind of like, man, this sucks. The year just began. We thought...
I think there were some big celebrity deaths, too. There was a bunch of things that sucked about the beginning of 2025.
So I think people have that, like, reset mentality, and they're going, this is going to be the year, and maybe this is the year I start predicting good things for me, and we hope that happens, and perhaps the best thing that happens to you is winning this trip right now that we have to give you to join us for a 3-night stay at Hotel Alpenrock, March 5th through the 8th. We've got your lift tickets. We've got your round-trip airfare. It's in Breckenridge Mountain, courtesy of Hotel Alpenrock. It's going to be a great time. We'll be there doing a live show as well.
It's a new hotel, too. Yeah. New hotel smell.
New hotel smell is the best.
Oof.
You'll get that room before Jake the Nerd gets that room, and that's what you want. So here's the question now. Why has this not been a great start to your year? Because it's terrible that if this first week has not gone your way, that you're going to go ahead and assume, well, 26 is done.
And just as somebody who gets accused of being a mush all the time, my one piece of advice would be don't say it's going to be my year. Don't say this is going to be great. I'm going to reset. Everything's going to be different. Because then you're just going to mush yourself into everything being exactly the same or perhaps even worse than it was last year.
Hey, Joe.
Hey.
What's up, buddy? Why has this year not been great for you so far?
Well, so 2 nights ago, my wife announced to me that she wants to get a divorce.
Was this a blindsided thing for you, or were you expecting this?
Somewhat blindsided. It's been talked about before, but this is seems like a new level of commitment on her end.
Like a commitment with papers that need to be signed and notarized commitment, or just like commitment as in...
Not quite there yet.
Right.
but she's talked about only communicating with me through her lawyer, which hasn't happened yet, but she's talked about it.
Oh, that's not good.
And how long have you been married?
6 years.
Well, I think
rough.
this week, I know this month, and I don't know if it's this week, but I do think there's something about it's one of those early days in January, like the 5th.
Oh,
or
yeah,
6th.
divorce month.
It's called definitely divorce month, but I believe like divorce day is someday this week where it's just more people have just decided, I'm not going to do this for another year. We made it through the holidays and all those final family commitments, and now this is the end.
That's encouraging.
Well,
yeah, sorry.
You're very trendy, I guess we'll put it that way. And are you bummed about it, or are you looking at it and going, you know what, this was probably a long time coming, brighter things ahead?
Oh, I'm definitely pretty bummed about it. We have 2 kids together, and I'm hoping it's not for real, but kind of seeming that way.
Right. And is there a specific reason, or is it just the general, we've grown apart and we just don't like each other anymore?
I mean, I snapped at one of my kids the other day, and I think that was it for her.
That's what kids are there for, snapping at.
Yeah,
all right, hold on one second.
You got to take your anger out on someone.
All right, Joe is starting the year with a divorce. Not the only person in that boat, I'm sure. But
And that's a very long length, like it's an expensive process. That's just going to be a hard year ahead.
Aaron, why is 2026 not started great for you?
So I started off the year with my house flooding since it rained so bad. And now I need to change all my floor. Everything in my closet's ruined, including my partner's Pokémon collection that he loves so much.
Oh, no. A ruined
No one can even steal it.
A ruined Pokemon collection could be worth millions.
I know. It was like years of collecting, too. So he's really sad.
The amount of people whose places I know that got terribly flooded with this last batch of rain, and I'm not even talking about people that are ground level stuff, like people that live in apartments just because the balcony's got so much rain on it that it flooded inside.
I saw more tarps on roofs the last week than I've seen in a long time.
So are you able to live in your place still, or do you have to move out?
I'm still living here, but honestly, it's probably really unhealthy.
Yeah, because mold just starts growing.
Yeah. All right, hold on. That's Erin. Erin started the year with her house being flooded.
God, and that takes so long, too. I'm sure all the repairs are going to take forever, and then you got to live somewhere else while the repairs are being done.
As you know, because you went through this. Everything
yeah.
takes longer and costs more and is less covered by insurance than you would think.
And you have to fight with insurance for months. It's the worst.
Let me say hi now to, is there all people that are calling to let us know why 2026 has not started the way they were hoping? For those of you that are on track right now, maybe you've been consistent with the gym or you've done whatever thing you said you were going to do. Good for you. We're not trying to rain on your parade, but today's the day we celebrate those people whose years are off to a bad start by going and giving them the one thing to turn it all around, an all-expense-paid trip with us to Colorado. What's up, Michelle?
Hey, Sweet Tips, guys.
Sweet Tips.
I was supposed to end the year with a dentist appointment because you want to go out with a bang, but my dentist got into an accident, and it had to be delayed until yesterday because he only does after hours on Monday. But it was my birthday, and I had a panic attack in the middle of the procedure.
And what were you doing at the dentist? Like root canal stuff, cavity stuff, just standard cleaning?
No, it was a crowns. I've never had that done before.
Oh, a crown on your birthday?
Yeah.
It's a basic badge.
Oh,
Get a sash, too. Birthday girl.
Wear that crown. You deserve it.
So she had a panic attack in the middle. And did that mean I think more dentists now know how much we hate them. And I think they're offering like therapy dogs while you get dental surgery now, or while you get like your teeth cleaned. They'll give you nitrous now. I think
it'll be
pretty
much easier for us to scam you with this therapy dog.
Insurance ain't going to cover this, but if you
Yeah.
want this Rottweiler sit on your lap, we'll go ahead and charge you for it. All right, that's Michelle. She's not off to a great year either. Let me say hi to Anthony on KROQ. Anthony, why has this year not been a good start for you?
Hey there. So my wife of 12 years, as I was putting her through school, she cheated on me with somebody at school. And so I decided, I was like, all right, well, you know, I have my part to take in this too, so I'll give you a second chance. And during the New Year's party that we threw, I found out she was texting him on her friend's phone. So then a big fight ensued, and family started kind of pushing each other and shoving each other. So eventually the cops got called, and nobody got arrested. But, yeah, she's pretty much still talking to the guy.
How'd you find out that she was texting him on a friend's phone? That seems like an extra level of
What a nice friend.
Yeah, I mean, that's like...
Sure, you can text your
go
side
ahead.
piece on my phone.
How'd you get to the bottom of that?
Yeah, but she was just kind of acting funny, and she was just kind of like being a little avoidant, and I saw her passing her phone back and forth to her friend, so I was kind of like, well, she has her own phone. Everybody does, so this is kind of odd.
That's
So
very nice of you to give her a second chance as well when you're paying to get her through school. And she was cheating on someone that was at her school, which is a younger man or...
Professor?
I'm not sure. You know what? Thank God I've never seen the person, never seen a picture, don't know what he looks like, and I'm kind of thankful for that. I do know the name, but other than that's all I know.
All right, so that's not a great start.
rough.
Not a great start to the year. Let's say hi to Mike. Reasons that 2026 has not been off to a good start for you. A very depressing bunch of calls, but someone is going to turn all around when we tell you to pack your bags, get your skis ready, because we're heading to Breckenridge, Colorado for a Klein and Ally show getaway. What's up?
So I've been collecting bobbleheads for a couple of years now.
All right, you win.
I'm sorry
That is the
about that,
saddest
sir.
story we've heard so far. I'm so sorry, sir.
And you still have the collection? That's sad.
No, yeah, it's very sad. Anyways, I have the Shohei bobbleheads that everyone went crazy for, and I came home last week, and my son had gone through all of my collections and opened them up and displayed them on his desk. So now
all of the bobbleheads were sealed, ready in the original box.
Ready, original box, sealed, you know it, ready to go, and now they're worth nothing.
The problem with the schools, they shut down for a few weeks. They think, the kids, they need some time off. This is what they do. They're in the present opening. Right now that's where their head's at. They see daddy's. Oh, he's got a bunch of unopened stuff.
Bobbleheads are a confusing thing for a kid.
Nah,
because they look like toys and they're not.
Right. And now all of these
and
things.
And they break very easily.
That this guy probably had in his head going like, rainy day fun. This is my retirement backup plan. I got these Shohei bobbles.
Even on the worst day, he's like, I've got the Shohei bobblehead.
I got the bobbleheads. And now they're all taken out. Heads maybe popped off bodies, put on other bodies. Terrible. Let's say
you set it down wrong and the whole thing just falls apart.
Let's say hi to Ryan on KROQ. We're asking people why this 26 is not off to a great start, so we can go ahead and turn it around for one of you. What's up?
Sweet Divots.
Sweet Divots.
I've been smoking weed since I was 16, and I'm 38 now, and I quit this year, and I've just been a cranky mess. Terrorizing my family, and I already got into a fist fight outside of our ramen place.
A ramen place?
Yeah,
this is so much better high.
Yeah, it doesn't hit the same when you're not.
I thought you said a Robin plays.
So you quit the? Why'd you quit the weed, Ryan?
It's time for a change. I'm trying to, get in control of my emotions.
Well, it seems like the weed was helping with that.
Yeah, maybe you should go back to the weed. All right, so that guy got into a fight already.
It's time for a life change. I need to punch more people.
He's had a weedless year. Mimi, we give you the final word, then we have to make some decisions here. And there's a lot of people that are claiming this year is not off to a great start. Hi, Mimi, what's up?
Hi, Sweet Dibs.
Sweet
I
Dibs.
got dumped the day before New Year's, so I spent the night and the day crying in bed alone.
Oh, poor thing. Was it a long relationship?
No, it was a few months, but I don't know. Maybe I was a fool and I thought it was different and nice. And he revealed a lot more than I didn't know before.
That's rough.
What was the reason that the guy said?
I think he went through a depressive episode. He revealed that he was an undocumented immigrant and he was an alcoholic and he thought he had bipolar and he needed therapy and he didn't want to be with me anymore.
He's got to pick an excuse. He kind of went with all of them.
Oh,
there.
yeah, he really did.
She can't question all these stories.
I'm bipolar and undocumented. And
Go.
depression.
Run with that.
Alcoholism.
All right, Allie, we've heard a lot of people, and there's so many others here, a lot of people who've been broken up with, someone that got fired the first day of the new year. I mean, there's a million stories of
God,
sadness.
yeah, there's so many.
But
I don't
we
know
have-
which one sticks out to
We
you.
have to turn around one of these people's years. We have to. We must.
I mean, that poor guy that got caught, his girl was cheating on him. He was paying for her to go through school, cheated twice. That's rough. But also that flooding story that is such a crappy 2026.
Terrible. Those stood out to me. The guy also that, married 6 years, wife said, I want divorce. start the year. That's a rough way to start. Although some people look at it and go, hey, this could be the greatest thing that ever happens to you. So that's what time will tell. And then you've got the guy with the bobbleheads. And I feel for that guy as a man who once had a bobblehead collection myself, that I've watched them as they move from office to office around here slowly crumble and break. I used to have the complete cast of The Office in bobblehead form, and now I'm down to just one half of Dwight Schrute.
I think some of your bobbleheads are broken and still unsealed. I didn't know how that's possible.
It's really annoying is
it's
what
like
it
they're
is.
broken inside the unsealed box.
So I guess we got to vote this in. Someone is going to win this trip right now. Let's go. What is your vote for? Jake the Nerd. You've heard a lot of sad stories. Who's had the worst year so far?
Yeah, the guy whose girlfriend was using the other phone and cheating on him. That
All
was
right.
weak.
And that's New Year's Eve, too.
Double cheat. He gave her a chance. Seemed like a nice guy and was paying for school. That's a good. Allie, is that your vote, too?
No, I'm going to go with the flooding. Just because
woman.
I can relate. That happened to me, and
flooded.
it was the worst.
Let's see. Vanessa, I know you've been hearing all these stories. Which one do you feel deserves this trip to Colorado to start their year all over again with us?
I agree with Ali. House flooded. That sucks. 'Cause
flooded.
she might have ruined more than the floors,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Probably agree.
Johnny, where is your head at right now? We've heard a lot of sad stories here.
I'm going with the guy that got cheated on because that's like cold, bruh. The streets are out here.
Yep. Yeah, Johnny makes a good point about the streets. Omar, any thoughts on these poor, sad people?
Yeah, out of those two, I would go with Flood. The other guy sounded like a loser.
All right, Omar is giving the tie-breaking vote to Flood. I was going to go bobblehead guy, so I guess if you're going to add it all up, we say to Erin, who started the year with her house being flooded, we give you the ultimate gift. The gift of a trip with us to hang, ski, snowboard. I guess you did lose some Pokemon cards in the process as well.
Well, and just get out of the house. Get out of the house and go on a trip so you can just forget about the fact that happened.
So there you have it. We'll see you in Breckenridge, and we'll give away another trip tomorrow on KROQ. All right, news and then foos. If you stick around through this A.D.D news, we have on the other side of it some tickets for you to go to the Forum for some Foo Fighters happening on January 14th. We will get you those tickets this morning at 9, noon, 3, and 6. And then officially a brand new hour of the show can begin with some clickbait, and we will spin the wheel of forced resolutions. We'll find out what things we are forced to do, whether we want to or not. Cold plunges and self-help crap and all the other stuff that are the biggest resolutions of the year. Losing the weight, gaining the weight. There's all the stuff on the wheel, and we'll figure out what each of us will be forced to do. Whoever quits first, taps out first, or can't accomplish their goal first will be, of course, have to do a very terrible punishment. And if the punishment happens, Allie, if the person quits before we go on this trip to Colorado, I would imagine that would be a great place for the punishment to potentially happen.
So we can truly embarrass ourselves at a very nice resort.
That's the goal. Let's really make an ass of ourselves.
So we're never invited back.
In many places as possible. Right now, your news, and then your foos after this.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for A.D.D News.
So we don't know who is playing the Super Bowl yet. This weekend is Wild Card Weekend, one of the most exciting weekends in football. But according to statistics, the Seahawks are the most likely contenders to win the Super Bowl this year, and here is why. They've received the rare DVOA double crown. It's all nerdy football talk. They're the number one ranked defense and number one overall, and this has happened 5 times before, and 4 of those teams went on to win the Super Bowl.
That's
right.
It's all about that. It's all about their fans right there. The fans. Very
Keep
hard.
going, guys. It's mush 'em good.
It's a very hard place to play because of all of that. That's why it's difficult. Home stats. That's why they always get the extra half a point in the spread because of how loud their fans are.
Yeah. But if all that nerdy crap does not make any sense to you or you don't care, there's also the Pope effect, and this is interesting. The Seahawks seemingly go to the Super Bowl every time a new pope is elected. In 2005, a new pope was elected. Seahawks won 13 games and advanced to the Super Bowl. In 2013, a new pope was elected. The Seahawks won 13 games and advanced to the Super Bowl and won. Now in 2025, a new pope was elected. The Seahawks have won 13 games. And what happens next is TBD.
This stat is kind of flawed, though.
Why?
Because there is... the year we went to the Super Bowl twice in a row, there was no Pope elected that second year.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you're just going Pope first, you're just going based on the Pope stats, not on the Seahawks stats.
You said every year there's a new pope.
Well,
the Super Bowl this
it's
next year.
happened every year. There has been a new pope, and you got a bonus year on top of it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what she's saying. So it's still something to think. It's the kind of thing I would hear and then put a bunch of money on the Seahawks and lose and go, why did I play this stupid pope
This is
fact?
the Pope rule.
I had the Pope
It was
fact.
divine intervention.
Hey, listen,
God damn it.
every year, as we start to get to this time of the season, there's some BS about on the color of the logo for the Super Bowl is this and this. So these are the two teams that are going to go.
What were
And
the colors this time? Have
I
they?
don't even know. I'm sure the logo's out there. I don't know. If someone look up the logo for Super Bowl 50, whatever the hell we're up
60, I
to.
think.
60?
Yeah.
This is 60
Isn't
this
it
year?
LV or LX or whatever?
I don't know. That's a good question. But whatever the colors are, then people have to look at the colors. They go, oh, technically it looks like it's not really green. It's more yellow, but we'll go ahead and say that's Seahawks.
Ooh, it is pink. And blue and yellow and green. It's very gay, guys.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is the gayest sports highlight is this logo.
That logo just won.
The Golden Gate Bridge, pink and blue.
Must be the Niners then, I guess. Based on all that.
No, dude, that is not going to happen. That I do know. All right, the new babies of 2026 are going to have some weird names. These are the stats and predictions for baby name trends. And while there are always the ever-popular names like Liam and Olivia that are going to dominate the charts, they see an uptick in a few different categories. The fantasy realm, granny names, and numerical names. So with fantasy, you think these sweeping spell-coded names like Alistair and Ambrose and Callista and Ezpeth.
Or Asplug.
That's right. And
Very popular
Evander
name.
and Livelier. And then you go with the old school names. This is what I've seen in people that I know that have had babies recently. Betsy, Beverly, Bonnie. Somebody I know just had a Bonnie. Another Eleanor. Cynthia, Darla, Diane, Gloria. So those kind of classic names. And then you get real weird into numerology. Ace, Deuce, 11.
Deuce?
Deuce,
Oh, nice.
guys.
Oh, man.
But then
People should've
maybe
called
it's
me
so messed up that you just can't make fun of it anymore
Oh, we
because
gotta
it's
do
too
that
on
again,
the
Klein.
nose.
Yeah, people are. It's funny. One of the people I called during New Year's Eve, and we call listeners, said that they just found out they were pregnant. And I said, well, before you come up with that name, you better give us a call. And she said, I'm planning. As soon as we have that conversation, we're going to call you guys. So I will once again tell you why you should not name your kid whatever name you were thinking. Based on all of the nicknames, they will immediately inherit.
And then you will overthink the baby name thing to the point where you can't think of anything.
Did you ever do that with your own name?
No. No, I did not.
Can you?
I'm sure I could, but
Kevin is a...
it's
there's
just
not a lot of
I didn't
stuff
have
you
any.
can
I
do
didn't
with
have any say in
Kevin.
my own name, sadly. And apparently, if you want to work at KROQ, you have to be named Kevin. So it worked out well.
That's the ultimate
The
insult.
ultimate.
Maybe this year you want to conquer a fear, do something that scares you, but there is a new growing fear this year, the fear of the outdoors, fear of nature. It is technically called biophobia, and new research is showing that an aversion to the natural world or the outdoors is growing. And researchers are warning that potential threats to both human well-being and environmental protection efforts are a result of this. More and more people having animal phobias and experiencing anxiety, nausea, and stress when encountering wildlife, and also just feeling uncomfortable in natural settings, leading them to avoid parks, hiking trails, outdoor spaces. There it is again.
Scary. I don't know what this is
It's
anymore.
pretty scary.
It's amazing that Omar has
I'm gonna go inside.
sounds of us saying, I don't even know why we made those noises, but apparently they work for everything in this roundup of news. So there you have it. How would you like to go see this band right here? We'd love to send you. Consider it a Christmas gift that you actually wanted, way better than the crap that you have piling up by the door, wondering, can I return this or pawn it or give it to someone else? These are tickets to go see the Foo Fighters at the Kia Forum, and we have them for you right now. If you are caller 20, the number's 800-520-1067. Once again, it's 800-520-1067. Call now. 2 tickets are waiting for you to see them at the Forum, and that is next.
that like button.
Klein and Ally Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. The Sonic Pulse of Los Angeles. This is the world famous KROQ.
All right, a brand new hour of the show can officially begin. It's 2026. We are a Klein and Ally Show on KROQ. You can follow along on YouTube. We're streaming there live if you want to see what it looks like in the studio. Want to see the monstrosity that is speaking into this microphone right now, or perhaps you're just using us for tickets, and we have them for you to go see the Foo Fighters, a show on the 14th. They announced it, less than a month ago, and you had to go pick up tickets in person, and it's all about raising money for good causes in the community, and you don't have to worry about any of that because you'll just be there rocking out with Dave Grohl and friends for a long time. And we did say hi to caller 20, which puts us in Long Beach. Good morning. Who's this?
Christy Hockaday.
Christy, you are caller 20.
Woo! Thank you so much. This is awesome.
You're going to go see the Foo Fighters. What a way to kick off your 2026. Hang tight and enjoy the show.
All right. Thank you so much.
Allie, did you know that there is one thing in your wardrobe that is making you look old?
God, what could that be?
That is what you call
an ill-fitting belt?
That's what you call clickbait right there. We will tackle the internet's biggest riddles. And are you currently wearing the one thing in your wardrobe that is making you look old?
Suspenders?
We will get into the answers for that and the one sleep position that you should never sleep in because it is actually killing you. We'll talk about all that and much more as we tackle the biggest riddles on the internet with some clickbait, and that will happen just after Blink on KROQ. show. Internet designed 2 reasons and 2 reasons only. Clickbait and masturbate. We can only do one of them on the air, so it's time to solve the internet's biggest riddles, and here we go. Start with this. This is the one way that you should not be sleeping because it is apparently leading to lots of health problems, including potentially death later in life if you're sleeping. According to doctors, this is the one position that you should stop sleeping in immediately.
It's where you lay on your stomach. I think stomach sleeping is bad for a lot of reasons. I don't think it's good for your digestion. I think it could lead to smothering.
Smother yourself.
Yeah, you smother yourself. Or you screw up your neck.
Okay, so sleeping on, if you're a stomach sleeper.
I think that's bad for you for a lot of reasons.
You need to stop it immediately. That's Allie's thought. Jake, what do you think it is?
What was the position you're in when you're almost dying on the couch?
I think it was like a half.
I was elevated slightly, but I was in almost like a coffin position. I had my arms.
It was a special position.
Very
for sure.
special
I'll
position.
go special coffin position.
Special coffin
He had
position.
his hands were kind of like curled.
All T-Rex style.
Yes, they were T-Rex.
Yeah, but I also was on an Ambien there, so I don't know if it mattered what position I was in. I probably would have
Yeah,
still.
if you're in T-Rex position, you're a goner.
All right, that's an interesting guess right there. Omar, what do you say?
Yeah, I agree with Allie that I think sleeping on your stomach will wreck your back and your neck and everything. But I also think that when you sleep on your stomach, but you do that move where you put one knee up to kind of make it a little bit more comfortable.
I do that. Feels so nice to lift your knee up.
I think it does. I think it relieves pressure off the back, but I also think that's kind of like, moving your insides where they're not supposed to be.
Whoa, it's like inverting everything.
One of you is absolutely right. So don't worry if you're a back sleeper or a side sleeper, you're cool.
Well, and Vanessa said mummy.
And Vanessa said mommy also. I think she just said mommy. I think she just needs her mommy, but that's okay.
No,
She's
I said
hungry.
mommy position.
Someone get Vanessa a snack. Sleeping.
She wants to be swaddled.
I can't believe this is the answer, guys. I almost feel like this is fake news. According to doctors, sleeping with your arms bent, curled close to your chest has been dubbed the T-Rex position.
What?
And while doctors don't call it that, they do warn that doing it night after night can turn those temporary pins and needles into lasting nerve damage and worse.
So your little T-Rex arms can get stuck that way? That's so funny.
If there's different ways to T-Rex while you sleep. You could T-Rex sitting up like I guess I was doing in the snore video. But
do you do that on the regular?
I don't think I do, but now
I'm sure you do. Now you're turning into this cool animal hybrid. You're like half pig, half T-Rex, half man.
Pigosaur, he's coming for you.
I love it.
So I don't know what's happening while I sleep, but apparently it's all the wrong things. So now this finally fixed the one problem. I could breathe again, and now I've got this other issue. I got to go to a specialist now.
You're going to get tiny hands.
I'm gonna
That's so cool.
Tiny hands. Maybe I get some pig hooves to go with my pig nose. So there you have it.
Okay.
T-Rex. Don't do it. It's killing you. Next one. Solving the internet's biggest mysteries. This is the one item in your wardrobe, the one wardrobe staple that if you are still wearing it, it's making you look old. So stop it immediately.
God, I wonder if it's
A yellow knit hat?
No, that makes me look cool.
Oh, Allie thinks she looks like a skater from middle school.
No, I just haven't washed my hair in a while. That's what's going on.
Fair enough.
God, I would say, but I will say a hat. Not a ball cap, but like...
A hat with the tiger on it?
Yeah.
Hat with a tiger. Good, great. God.
A different animal.
If it's that as well,
now you're really confusing.
I'm going to start taking this clickbait very seriously now. Coming after me for every goddamn answer.
But I think I've read studies about how, like, back in the day, people used to wear hats regularly. It would be like, there were a little Newsies hat or a little hat outside when the weather's bad.
So you're not talking about a Dodgers hat?
No, I'm not talking about ball caps. I'm talking about, like, fancy-ish hats.
The newsboy hat.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yes, that would make you look old if you were out there on the street trying to sell newspaper with a hat on. Yes.
Or like a fedora.
Jake, what is the answer to this question? You are a fashionista, clearly.
Oh, yeah, totally. I want to go with a scarf.
Scarf. Makes you look old.
Got to keep your throat warm.
All right. Well, that's what Allie's mom says. She's got a few ways to do that. Omar?
You said this is like a item that people wear every day, right?
It was a once wardrobe staple. This item now makes you look old.
I'm going to go with, I think I see all the hip new kids not wearing socks. I think socks is the answer. Nobody's wearing socks anymore.
Oh, I think it's the opposite. I think
Sockless
everyone's
life.
wearing socks with sandals, high socks.
No, that was
But this
like
is
2
something
years
that
ago.
was worn all the time?
Well, when I tell you the answer, yeah, you're going to say that this was definitely a thing that was around for a while, and now apparently it just makes you look old and out of touch.
Maybe a bolo tie? Is the opposite.
The
Polos are cool.
Turns out, no one's right, that there
What
was
is it? But is it a bra?
an article, no, that came out recently
A
that
jacket.
talked about specifically the death of the leggings. And that leggings in general that were worn by everyone for every reason, workout or otherwise, now make you look old. And that would, I'm not saying it maybe physically makes you look old, but it makes you look like you're at least out of touch. And with all the major players in the legging game, like Nike, Adidas, Fabletics, they've cut back their legging options by an average of more than 50% because of how much legging sales have dropped.
I do notice at the gym now more people are wearing like the classic 80s sweats.
Baggy sweats.
Mhm.
I also think
And a
that
t-shirt, like a not breathing t-shirt.
leggings had a weird way of really sucking you in like a sausage and making you look skinny if you weren't. But now with all the Ozempics of the world, maybe people are like, I don't need this.
I need to adopt the baggy look to show off how skinny I am.
Right.
That I don't need the leggings.
Finally, no one wants to wear baggy clothes when they're fat because they just look fatter.
Yes.
So they squeeze themselves in with these sausage pants.
The really skinny girls are always wearing like all baggy.
The baggiest stuff.
Yeah, and you're like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I can't tell. Is that girl 125 pounds or 525 pounds? I have no idea.
There's so much jog sweatsuit going
Last
on.
clickbait here, and then we can move on as we solve the internet's biggest riddles. Let's go with this, Allie. This is, according to experts, the world is lacking this. 60% of the world is lacking this one thing, and it increases your risk of getting sick almost daily. So 60% of the world is lacking this one thing, and if you just have this one thing or have enough of this one thing, you won't be getting sick as often, but they say that that's why we're getting sick all the time. And people do feel like they're getting sick all the time.
Electrolytes?
All right, Allie says
know.
electrolytes. Omar Khan.
Yeah.
Upwards of 60% of the world is lacking this one thing. If you increase it, or if you increase it, your chance of getting sick goes way down.
I'm going to go with vitamin D. Right, ladies? D.
Oh, yeah. Got to get a big old dose of that D.
Allie loves the D. Pull that clip.
Actually, I think vitamin C is what helps you.
Jake?
I'm going to say, is it the vitamin E you get from the sun? Like,
No, that's D.
D is from the sun.
Yeah.
I'm going to go vitamin E.
You don't even know what it is.
Where do you even get
Just go with
Where do you get it, Jake?
I don't know. Get it from vitamins. Just take your vitamins.
Clearly, none of us have good ideas, so what's the answer?
We don't know.
What I did when I thought I was gonna get
We're all
sick.
sick all the time.
I know.
I bought a big bottle of like a multivitamin, so I was covering all my bases.
If I went to Johnny next, he would definitely say vitamin G. He would just keep on going up the alphabet. Well, one of you's right, and it is Omar, because everyone apparently is vitamin D deficient. And even if you live in L.A., where we usually get sun all the time.
Yeah, but we're not supposed to have that sun.
But that's the D. Everyone knew that except Jake. That's the D you're supposed to be exposed to. But every time I've ever been checked for anything, they always come back and they say, your vitamin D levels are incredibly low. And I'm like,
so that
how is
prevents
that?
us from getting sick, though?
Vitamin D is, I think there's like a big...
What about emergency? It's not emergent D.
Allie, I think that there is a giant... I'm telling you, I've gone to a place before that does those like injection things, and I'm like, and I used to get the vitamin C, the B12 or the C, and they're like, actually, if you really want to
You
not
need the D? Were you in West Hollywood when you got this injection?
It was a place called the Abbey, and I went into a hole in the wall, and they gave it to me.
You were doing poppers. Is that why your nose is like that?
That's right. Woohoo! KROQ Klein and Ally show. I think that it's acceptable to still say Happy New Year to people, I don't know, for another day or two, and then it feels that the Happy Holidays crap is over already. I think pretty soon now we can just start saying Happy 4th of July. I'm not exactly sure how things move, but they move quickly. If you have not yet started your New Year's resolution, that's a perfect time to be listening to us, because we have the wheel of forced resolutions here. And usually a resolution is something you want to do for yourself, or even if you don't want to do it.
Formerly Allie's pube wheel.
This used to be the wheel of Allie's pubes, one of the funniest moments of 2025. I still laugh when I think about it. I could watch that video every day and probably laugh every time. It was wild to see live with my own eyes.
And I don't disagree that we should put that on the wheel.
I think we should add a little sliver that says, once again, Allie's pubes, just so that if Jake spins, that somehow
So what are we doing with the pubes this time?
I don't know. We'll work it into
Let's have
Jake's
her grow them out.
resolution.
Okay.
I'm not
Well,
sure.
I think that growing out your hair should be something on the wheel. Not shaving,
but that's not
either
real-
downstairs or upstairs.
But that's not really a resolution, though. That's the thing. It's like the resolutions. I mean, as you know, the popular ones are always something like lose weight, gain weight, or lose weight, put on muscle, work out more. There's the whole meditate crap, journal stuff. You got that. Then you've got the eat better. It's like the same. They're always the same standard things, right? Make more money, save, be better with money.
Yeah, or a big one now is digital detoxing as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
People
Digital
want
detox.
to declutter their lives
Right.
digitally and maybe get off social media, et cetera, or learning a new skill.
Yep.
Making more money in the form of a new side hustle.
So if you have started your resolution or you don't have one, we have the Wheel of Force resolutions, which means we'll be forced to try to do these. And when we fail, we'll be punished, and it will usually be painful and or embarrassing or both. But if you are in the middle of it right now, listen to the words of encouragement from our very own Moist Joyce.
I hope that you're ready to attack it, to go forward, to believe in yourself that you can do it, because it can be done. It's all about attitude, no matter what your goals are in life. So if you made New Year's resolutions, don't get disappointed. If it doesn't work the first week or the second week or even 6 months down the line, keep believing in yourself that you will obtain those goals. That's the advice from Moist Joyce.
And she lives in a bus. So that's her advice for all of you. And she says you can do it. And even if you have to quit and start over and quit and start over, give yourself that sort of leniency to do that so that potentially by the end of the year, you're a better version of whatever the hell you are right now.
Yeah, just because you broke doesn't mean you should completely give up.
That's the best, the giving up feeling, though. That's why I think so many people do it. It's the giving up. If you're dry January, everyone knows that first drink in February is amazing. Like it's the giving up is the best part of the whole thing. When I finally said,
I've given up on quitting so many
if
times.
you remember last year, this was the year where I had to lose 1 pound a week. That was the goal. And for the first few weeks, I was able to do it. And then 1 week, I just said, it's not happening. I forget what the reason was, but I said, I'm not doing it. Oh, it's because I
think there was nothing left for
no,
you to lose.
I think the Super Bowl. No, the Super Bowl was. I said, I'm not going to not eat during the Super Bowl, and I ate a bunch of food, and I came in here, and I think I put on 5 pounds in a week, and I said, there you go, F it.
Oh, yeah, and then you lost weight again because of that weird colon cleanse.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think that it's going to be a good year to try something absolutely new, and I think we should do new things with the wheel.
So,
like some people, yeah, it's like dry January, but I think we should make someone have a wet January.
Oh, we know what that is.
Where they have to drink.
Hello, Happy New Year!
There she is, the voice of Wet January right there. She has to drink like that push-up challenge. She has 1 drink on the first, 2 drink on the second. By the 14th day, she's had 14 drinks.
Totally. Or like, you have that new ring that tracks everything?
Yes.
What if you have to do all the steps? You have to do all the things that it's always asking you to do.
I have never once hit my goal. I don't even know what my goal is. I didn't set a goal, but it tells me every day that I am far behind what my goal was supposed to be. And I don't know. I think I would have to walk. I think I'd have to walk for like 2 hours a day to even come close to whatever this
I
goal
think your
is.
finger's already too fat for the ring.
I can't get it off right now. I wish it was a lap band instead of a ring. It's doing nothing.
My resolution kind of in my brain was to stop using my phone while driving. And I did it for like a half an hour. And then I was like, well, I'm at a stoplight. And then I was like, now that's what happens, Klein, is you just start making excuses for why you don't have to do the thing you said you were going to do.
Allie, would you like to spin the wheel first? And I will let you know what it lands on, and that will be the resolution you must immediately put into your life.
Come on, SP!
Let's figure it out now. This is, of course, the Wheel of Force Resolutions, a holiday New Year tradition around these parts.
I believe last year I had to go through my phone and reconnect with old friends.
Oh, that's
It
right.
led to some very awkward phone calls.
Oh, is that 8 or 9? Because that changes everything.
It looks like it's on the 9. Should I just do a respin?
Do a
We're not really sure?
do a respin because it didn't land on Allie's pubes.
Oh, okay.
'Cause, I'm going to tell you, we have different.
Come on,
The most popular New Year's resolutions by normal people that we will be forced to incorporate in our own lives. And Allie will, according to the wheel, be forced to... please.
Okay,
it's
3. What's
That's
3?
Allie, look at this right here. You will be forced to learn a new language.
Okay, because this is actually... Done.
All right.
Check.
She's accomplished her job already.
Learn a new language or make up a new language?
Learn a new language.
I'm going to do Spanish because going on this trip, everyone's
has
speaking
great-
all kinds of different languages, and I feel so dumb that we're all just walking around speaking English all the time. And I feel like if I was going to truly learn another language and incorporate it, it needs to be Spanish.
Did you ever take Spanish in school?
No, I chose to take French, which is
so
stupid
white,
because
so white of
nobody.
you.
Well, when I was younger, I was like, "Ooh, that's the fancy, sexy language." At the time, that was what I wanted, and then I didn't think ahead and go, "Oh, I'm probably going to use Spanish way more." Nobody
Vanessa could
around
give
here.
you lessons on Spanish.
I
too,
should
by the way.
totally. Yeah, Vanessa, will you give me some lessons?
Yeah. See.
See. All right, that's good. So, Allie, we'll have to test you every week. I guess you'll have some sort of a test, and if you fail the test, you didn't learn enough Spanish.
Well, and I did do Duolingo for a little while with Spanish, and then it was time for me to start using it in regular life.
And you crumbled.
And I crumbled because I'm so very white. Even me speaking in Spanish to a person, I feel like seems racist.
Give us a little something.
English, do you
Hola,
speak it?
señor. Yo estoy muy mal today.
English. Can you speak my language?
Oh boy.
Yo tango, is that I want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Un burrito con pollo, por favor. With
Yo quiero is I want. Yo
What did I
tango
say?
is I have.
Okay.
All right, she's doing great already.
Yo quiero pollo con guacamole. Dos, por favor.
This would work like if you're going to the Pollo Loco. That's about it.
Hey, El Pollo Loco, that's Spanish.
All right, Allie, this is going to be a real struggle for you, but we will
Lo siento.
have to test this somehow by in 2 months. You're going to have to, I don't know, go and do like a full interview on a Spanish radio station.
Yo
or
estoy
something.
blanca.
Yes, you are. That was a fact right there. The most blanca.
Mucho blanca.
All right, so Ali, you will be forced to learn a new language. So congratulations. That wheel of resolutions is done.
Do I need to can I just do it in using my own devices, or do I need to
You can
get
do it. You can do it
app
however
or
you want to
a
do it, but there will
class?
be weekly tests. Just like the rest of us have to prove that we're doing it. So the reality is that if you don't pass your weekly tests, then you will have failed the resolution. Just like Omar with the musical instruments last year, and me with the weight.
Oh yeah, Omar had to do performances.
Yeah, that
So-
sucks.
Yeah, you got to go to the biblioteca. You
Yeah,
study
you're
it.
going to have
De
to study
Azul.
up. Yep. So Allie will be learning Spanish. Well, you picked the right city for it, but good luck. Because I'm telling you, you're so white, you're going to have a lot of problems with the Enya. You're going to have a lot of problems.
Oh, I wonder if the Bud Light Bros habla.
I doubt
I'm sure
it.
they habla.
I think they habla Bud Light.
How do you
All
say
right.
Bud Light in
So
Spanish?
that's the first of the forced resolutions. Allie will be learning a new language. All right, let's see. Johnny, you want to go ahead and give it a spin? Johnny?
Yeah, I'm coming in.
All right, Postmaster Johnny's
Yeah,
going to
maybe
come
I
in
should
here.
do German. Maybe I should just do a total left field. Why don't I do Mandarin or something?
Well, that way, Mandarin's a tough one, but that is the one everyone says you got to learn the Mandarin if you want to prepare
Well, I
for
think
the
the
future.
two most common languages.
Allie, now you're being offensive on multiple continents at the same time. All right, Johnny, round and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Postmaster Johnny, New Year's resolution, forced resolution. He really gave that thing a spin. He's showing
Really
off.
dragging this out.
Really dragging out the segment right now. It's too late. And Johnny will be... someone said Johnny should learn a new language, English. Johnny, this is big for you. You are not a drinker.
Oh, yeah.
You will be a daily drinker now.
Wow! Good for you, Johnny.
Johnny, you're going to start drinking alcohol every day.
I'm going to turn out like my uncles, man.
All right.
Cool.
Johnny's going to be just like his uncles.
Congratulations.
Johnny, wow. You will
How
be...
many times have Johnny been drunk?
I've never been drunk before, ever.
Oh, that's all about to change this month.
I've never been drunk.
And what alcohol have you tried that you liked and did not like? You were not a fan of tequila. You tried that, right? Or you did wine? What did you try that you hated?
I know you had a beer.
I had like a brown one. I can't remember the brand or whatever it was.
You talking about your uncle? What are we talking about? What are you saying?
The beer I tried was brown, but I don't remember the flavor or the taste of it.
What do your uncles drink?
My uncles are brown.
No, what do they drink?
Oh, what do they drink?
Yeah.
Oh,
my God.
Oh, boy.
Modelo's.
All right, so we'll get you started. But you know
that
what?
checks.
Maybe every day, Johnny, Ali, he's speaking Spanish to you. Please speak back. Maybe every day, Johnny will try different alcohol.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh, you have to now. It's your forced resolution.
Hell yeah.
We'll finally quit when Johnny breaks the breathalyzer. show. Forced resolutions, 2 down. We'll spin the wheel again tomorrow, figure out what Jake and Omar and Vanessa has to do. Suave Agave, you're on KROQ. Good morning.
Hey, guys. Happy New Year. Happy late birthday.
Thank you.
Klein. Yeah, man. I was calling because I know Johnny just got that New Year's resolution. He's got to drink it up, so I'm more than happy to donate some tequilas if he wants to do like a whole week of tequilas. And he could try different ones.
That'd be great.
I'm more than happy to.
Hold on.
Absolutely.
They're the best. Just Suave Agave's got all the access to the tequilas. He is the best, and who better to have? It must be a tough month for you with all these people doing the dry January Suave Agave, but not you, right?
No, sir. Very not dry.
Very not dry.
Yeah.
So
And they'll be back.
Johnny will be doing a wet January. He does not drink a lot, so this is kind of
the faces he's going to make.
A reverse. Oh, my God. The faces. If we just get a picture every day of the face he makes for every shot of tequila he takes.
He's going to say everything tastes like fire.
What a collection.
The face he made when he tried espresso was hilarious.
I wonder, though, if this is going to make him, like, smarter, guys.
Because Johnny does act like someone that has been drinking a lot.
Or smoking a ton of weed.
Yeah.
No more weed. No, I'm never doing a drug again. Can't do it.
Right. Well, that'll be next year on the wheel. But for right now, let's just focus on the drinking. Johnny will be drinking every day, and Allie will be learning Spanish. Evan, good morning. You're on KROQ. Hi.
Yeah, I was wondering if I could join the wheel of forced resolutions.
Oh, would you like to give it a spin and see what you have to do this year?
I would love to.
Okay.
Great.
We've helped a lot of listeners out in the past. And
Sit down with the pubes, too?
You're down with, it could be Allie's pubes. I'm warning you.
I'll send them to you, FedEx.
Just so you know. But whatever it lands on, you must incorporate in your life. Are you ready for that?
I'll do it. All
right. What did you have a resolution ready? Have you done a resolution years past? Anything we should know about you? Are you a smoker, a drinker, a partier?
Oh, I'm totally a smoker and a drinker. My resolution this year, though, is to listen to music every day. Because it brings me joy, and I want to do more of that.
Right. Okay. Well, hopefully it doesn't land. Music. Sound of joy.
Makes you want a cigarette.
All right, Evan, whenever you are ready, Allie is going to spin it. Let's find out what your resolution will be. We need updates weekly from you. She's a smoker. She's a drinker. She listens to music. We don't know if she goes outside at all. And it landed on, hold on, is that what Johnny just landed?
Is that drink every
day? That's Johnny,
day?
drink every day. But we can't give you the same one as Johnny. You don't think we can need that. Hold on.
And you already do that, it
We're
seems.
going to change out the wheel tomorrow, so they'll all be different things. So let's find out what it is this caller will be doing as part of her New Year's resolution. It's the forced resolution, and it is... Oh, that's what Allie landed on, learn a new language. Wow, we're landing on all the regulars. Let's go. This wheel, I can't believe we haven't gotten on Allie's pubes yet. That's what I was hoping for. You, in 2026, Evan, will be, apparently this wheel is broken. Well, two's a good
what's number
one.
2?
You will have to figure out a way to orgasm every single day this year.
Bet. I'll do it.
Okay.
For you guys.
Hey, you don't have to do it for us. That's what your forced resolution is. They're saying that people are not taking their sexual health seriously enough. This is Allie doing it clearly. Allie claims I was cold plunging, but we all know. Evan, you need to update us on a semi-regular basis, and congratulations. You've been given the greatest gift of all, the gift of daily orgasms. That is your gift.
All right. Thank you so
you're
much.
Very
Sweet
welcome.
divots.
Sweet divots.
Sweet divots.
Got to take a break. When we get back, Allie, we got some news, then we got another hour of the show to get into, a little lightning round of Johnny Doesn't Know, chance for you to win an amazing prize, and more after this.
106.7 KROQ. Klein, Ally Show.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for A.D.D. News.
Well, the NFL regular season is over, and the stats are in, and Amazon is very satisfied with them. And they're satisfied with their purchase of Thursday Night Football. After 4 years of old people trying to figure out how to watch it, They figured it all out, and the ratings this year have been their strongest ever. The 2025 season averaged 15.3 million viewers per game, which is astonishing considering I thought the Thursday night games were usually trash matchups.
They were for a while, and poor Al Michaels, who sat there and he would just check out by like the second quarter. He's like, well,
I'm trying here.
It's 17 to nothing. All right, 38 to 9. I don't know. Anything could happen. Whatever. He had no interest.
Is he drinking still?
It's a good question.
Maybe that's why he's checking out. You know what I mean?
Well, I think also he has said he's never knowingly eaten a vegetable.
Oh,
so
that's
I think
right.
that catches up with you
refuses,
eventually.
He's never eaten a vegetable in his entire life. He refuses to eat anything that looks like a vegetable, tastes like a vegetable.
Yes.
He doesn't even
Which is a wonderful stance.
And by the way,
in 2026 to just be like, no.
Not doing it.
I'm with that guy. One time a piece of parsley hit his dinner plate. He threw the whole plate right at the way.
Yeah, that's why he says knowingly. Like, I've never knowingly eaten a vegetable.
I never knew that. That's great.
That's a great stat about
Hold on, I think I have that
Al
audio.
Michaels. Here he is.
Is it true that you have never knowingly eaten a vegetable in your life? That is true.
I was born when my parents were 18 and my mother hadn't even read Dr. Spock at that point. So she just let me have the run of the course.
So he was able to eat whatever he wanted from day one, and he was like, why would I mess with this vegetable crap? And then as he got
when
older...
you adult up, you think like, okay, maybe these vegetables have some beneficial
Maybe there's
things,
something
you know?
to these vegetables.
Yeah. Al Michaels could be like Johnny, who's just going to go around. Like, I don't think Johnny in 20 years is going to eat any different than he does now. He's going to be chicken nuggets. It's going to be peanut butter straight from the jar, and that's going to be Postmaster Johnny's diet. Why eat anything else?
Well, think about the years that you have where you try and eat well, right? In college, it's not that time. You're just eating whatever's cheap. You're eating ramen and stuff.
Ramen.
And then when you kind of get your life together, you're like, maybe I should start caring about my health. And then
Klein just started yesterday drinking water, by the way, which I was very proud
I told Omar, I said, well, you know, Omar, I've made a big life change. I'm going to start drinking water. He's like, what do you mean start
I'm like,
drinking
what?
water?
I've never knowingly drinking water.
Yeah, I said, I don't think I've ever had a sip of this stuff before. But it's pretty bland.
So anyway, it was a very good season for them. It was, I guess, the most watched Thursday night football season in their 20-year history. And then the numbers are also in for Ryan Seacrest and his Dick Clark New Year's Rockin' Eve, and he has had his best ratings in 4 years. And at their peak, that show had over 30 million viewers, and I'm sure that giant new ball had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, I mean, he called our show at the end of last year. He promoted what was happening, and people, I think, listened. They
Whenever
paid
there are
attention.
balls,
we
whenever there's
got
a
to
new
talk
ball
to
to look at.
Seacrest because I don't know if you guys watched any of the broadcasts, but I'm a fan of those type of shows. And I don't know what he did to his face, but he is not looking well.
Oh, really?
He's got like that permanent surprise starting to happen.
Isn't that like
isn't that
like a Botox thing, or is that like a full facelift
Oh,
thing?
that's a great question. I'm not really familiar, but it's starting,
Or
and
could
it's
it
not
be
going well for him.
The cold, Times Square weather, where you're just he's actually frozen.
It's hard to talk about this with you.
And his skin is so tight.
I don't think I should speak about faces right now.
What's with that guy's face?
What a weirdo, huh?
All right, we move on to Billy Corgan and some very cryptic statements that he made on a podcast. If you love conspiracy theories and Smashing Pumpkins, you can obsess over this for a while. He said the U.S. government has contacted him about being involved in things above his pay grade. He wouldn't reveal what those things were, but this is what he said.
At different times, I've been approached by elements of the U.S. government to be involved in things that were just way above my pay grade. I've never talked about them in any depth publicly, but I've had experiences where I would find myself in a room with people and think, why are they talking to me? It was something out of like Eyes Wide Shut.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
And what did they say? Like,
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
All I can say is I've experienced supernatural things, and I've experienced things where I've had elements of the U.S. government reach out to me because they somehow want to hook my influence, which is not that great, into whatever they're after.
It's pretty incredible. And then he goes on to say, I'm not going to reveal what those things are, but last time I talked about a weird experience was my shapeshifter experience on Howard Stern, and then everybody was bombarding me in the airport going, please tell me the shapeshifter story, and now this is what's going to happen with this.
I actually happen to know what they were going to talk about. Do you guys want to hear?
Yeah.
I would love to know.
Operazione Dynamite.
Oh, my God.
You don't talk about that.
You can't say it 3 times, man.
First rule about Operazione.
Billy Corgan's like, how do they know?
Billy Corgan is one of those guys, and he's always fascinating. I love when he comes on our show because he always does drop something additional. But then when you hit him with a follow, he'll say the most fascinating thing. He's like,
how dare you?
And he'll go like, and I almost died 6 times just yesterday. And you go, how did that happen? He goes, I don't want to get into that. You're like, but that's fascinating.
I know he's the new king of the tease.
He does the tease very well.
But I'm like, what would it be?
Well, remember he came in here and he told us about how his album got stolen and he had to work with the FBI to figure out who
So
had
you think
the
it has
album.
something to do with hacking and ransoms and stuff
I know
like
that he was very involved with the FBI as it pertained to one of his albums being stolen and how they stole it and what the ransom they wanted for it back. But I don't know. Maybe they use him now.
But he was also saying that there are certain artists, actors, just people that are in the public eye, right, who get approached by the government all the time to work with them or to change their messaging. And if they don't comply, then they can make things very difficult for them. But if they do, they can rise them up to the top. It was wild.
All right. I believe it happens.
Yeah. All right, I'm not sure what's going wrong in your life that you need to take your personal vendettas out on the McRib, but here's what's happening with this new class action lawsuit, and the people behind it are very upset. There are 4 people that claim that they have been bamboozled by the McRib, and they want not only this big lawsuit to happen that's worth millions of dollars, they want a trial by jury, damn it.
McDonald's McRib sandwich is a big hit with consumers, but the question a lot of folks are asking now, what's it really made of?
This guy sounds like he's had many McRibs.
He sounds like he's made of 100% McRib. That is.
This is what it's
Yeah,
made
he's got McRib throat.
That guy is the McRib.
A new federal class action lawsuit accuses McDonald's of misleading consumers by marketing the McRib as if it consists of actual pork rib meat. The plaintiffs allege it does not contain any. They say the sandwich is actually made with
meat.
It's me. It's all me. It's all my parts.
Ground up portions of lower grade pork products. In a statement, McDonald's says in part the lawsuit distorts the facts. We're committed to using real quality ingredients.
And I will say...
So they're saying there's no rib in the McRib.
But it is pork. They've said that it's pork.
Right, which is already
And just
better.
because it's called the McRib doesn't mean they're telling everybody that it is rib meat.
Right, the bone. I mean, obviously, if you've ever had one, like it's got fake bones there that are just made of more.
It's just pork parts pressed into a rib
together.
shape.
Right. I think we've all accepted that.
That's what I thought too. And if you are, flabbergasted by the fact that this is not an actual rib,
right?
I think that's a you problem.
Yeah, I feel like we're still in the right. It's not like they said, "Hey, it turns out it's not pork at all." It's whatever, human or...
We all understand going to Mickey D's, it's always something ish.
Right,
It's, yeah,
ish.
exactly.
The chicken nuggets, those are made of chicken parts, but when you finally break it down, you ate a little beak probably, you had some feet in there, that's acceptable.
I don't think anyone's shocked and they're like, hold on a minute, this isn't organic, 100% grade A meat.
But like anyone else, too much time on their hand and too many lawyers. So they'll sue for whatever. And
Well, I mean, you sue first and ask questions later, right? You never know.
Get into a brand new hour of the show. We do it next. It will be the greatest hour of your life. That's a guarantee. Don't sue us, KROQ.
KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. The Sonic Pulse of Los Angeles. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh, yeah. Just after 10 o'clock. It's Tuesday morning, still 2026. We are Klein and Ally Show. If you need us, these numbers will be handy. 800-520-1067 to call, to text, to interact with the show. You can download. There's a podcast that goes with this. We're streaming on YouTube right now as well. Don't believe us? You can find us right now on KROQ's YouTube. This hour, kick things off with Johnny's first official drink of the year. He just spun the wheel of forced resolution, so he will have his first drink of something. I think it's going to be a shot of tequila.
Oh, really? We've got a lot of different stuff back there.
Yeah, we got, Johnny, you can pick any of those bottles. You're going to come in here, going to kick off your new forced resolution, which is the opposite of dry January. You'll be drinking every single day this month, and maybe you develop an addiction. Johnny says he'll be just like his uncle, so we'll figure that out, and then we'll get immediately into a lightning round of Johnny Doesn't Know.
Yeah, and
One question only, but if you'd like to play with us, the number is 800-520-1067.
We learned, I believe, in a previous Johnny Doesn't Know that Johnny thinks that there is green wine.
Yes, because the bottles.
Yeah, so he doesn't really know how
Does
alcohol
not know
works
booze,
at all.
but different categories. Only one question will stand between you and amazing prizes here at KROQ. So if you'd like to join us for the lightning round of Johnny Doesn't Know and the first official drink of the 2026 drinking season, even if you are dry Januarying, don't worry, you can drink vicariously through Johnny, who's lived most of his life dry, and that's all about the change. This is where you watch someone head down a slippery slope to rock bottom, and it all starts after Nirvana on KROQ. dry January here. Johnny spun the Wheel of Force resolutions earlier today, and his resolution is he will be drinking every single day. And if it was, I think it was a few years ago, the first year we did the Force resolutions, I ended up on no drinking, and I had to carry that through.
You didn't drink for a long time.
That sucked. Yeah, I went deep into, I want to say I went into March almost.
Did you not drink during the Super Bowl?
Didn't drink during the Super Bowl. That sucked. There was a bunch of party things that happened. There was, for some reason, I went through a stretch of things where people were like, hey, Klein, let me get you a drink. Like, KROQ. I was like, thanks a lot.
I think you were like a pregnant person, like pretending to drink when you really weren't.
People were sabotaging me. But Johnny, on the opposite, will be drinking every day. And the guy doesn't drink, so he is now being forced to drink, which...
A lot of people on the text line already want to take Johnny out. They want to buy him drinks, get him to be a kind of an alcohol aficionado by the end of this.
Does your girlfriend drink at all or no?
Like barely, but like never though.
Yeah, it's always important if you're dating someone or you're with someone that kind of is on your level, because I think that's not necessarily a great thing if you both get absolutely hammered all the time. But if one of you is like
it was great at the beginning of my relationship.
Well, yes, at the beginning it's fantastic, but then later on you go like if
one of us has a problem.
Yeah, if our levels start switching, all of a sudden the whole homeostasis is off. All right, Johnny. Well, we'll get into this. Johnny doesn't know with one question in a moment, but first, why don't you go ahead and kick off your New Year's resolution? He brought in a bottle of
Lalo.
That's right. All right.
Lalo.
That's right. Lalo tequila. And Johnny can't even open the bottle. He's having trouble with that.
They really make these things childproof, man.
It's not a twist. It's a pull. You pull it. It's like a cork, kind of.
How long would you have continued?
That's the first question, and Johnny doesn't know. Will Johnny be able to open this bottle?
I can't.
Did I bring a cup?
You want to take a smell?
He's got a shot glass.
Yeah. Oh, it smells like hand sanitizer.
All right. That's how you know it's working.
Damn.
All right. So Johnny's going to go ahead and have his first drink. And you can quit anytime you want, but then Forced Resolutions comes to an end, and you're the loser, which means you'll be the person getting punished.
That's enough, right?
That is not a shot.
This is not a shot?
That is a baby sip right there.
Okay, is that enough?
Yeah, fill the glass up.
Yeah, you fill that.
Fill the glass up. Is it because I'm bigger?
No, that's just because that's what a shot. It's because that's what a shot is. All right, there you go. That's a shot. All right, there you go. All right, Johnny, whenever you're ready. Forced resolutions can officially begin. Here goes Johnny. Let's everyone watch Johnny's face on YouTube. Hold on, I'll give everyone a second to get to the YouTube if they haven't. Okay. You've never had a shot of tequila before, or you have?
I think no, I don't think so.
I think you've had a sip and not a shot, probably.
We used to pretend in like school. We'd be like, "Oh, here's a cup of water. I'm drinking shots."
Hilarious.
I'm Mexican.
That's a great. That's a good.
Great joke.
It's a good joke. All right, so whenever you're ready, I think Johnny's going to handle this terribly. By the way, here we go. It's Johnny's first official drink of his wet January. Here he goes.
I don't like this.
One day down.
All right. One day of drinking down.
One day, one shot.
Why does it burn? Is it supposed to burn?
No.
Really?
It's supposed to be sweet. Does it not taste sweet? Maybe it went bad.
What does sweet taste like?
Maybe it went bad. It might not be ripe.
Oh, yeah, we should have waited. Yeah,
we gotta get ripe tequila.
What's the date on that bottle? Maybe we cracked it too soon.
There's a date on it? There's just geometry, location of where Mexico's at.
Oh, yeah. Oops, that's the wrong one.
Coordinates.
Mexican tequilas. Ooh,
yeah, it's a real gamble. All right. Well, there you go, Johnny. How do you feel?
My chest is warm.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel good.
Time now for a one-question lightning edition of Johnny Doesn't Know. Here we go.
Johnny doesn't know. And I was like, okay.
Oh, Johnny doesn't know.
I didn't know Vegas was like in Nevada for like a while.
Johnny doesn't know. Johnny doesn't know.
Gelato sounds like Jello.
Johnny doesn't know.
It like goes wiggles.
All right, one question from one category, and the categories are as follows: world politics, chemistry, Supreme Court cases of the 1960s, red things, and Mandarin symbols. Any category you think you'd do better at than any of the others?
I didn't listen to a word you said. This thing is still like lingering in my tongue.
Right.
Can I have some like candy or something to like wash it out?
No, we don't have candy right now to wash it out.
Okay.
Your categories for your one question could be from world politics, chemistry, Supreme Court cases of the 1960s, red things, or Mandarin symbols.
World politics.
That's what you're hoping for. All right, let's find out. We don't know what it'll be. It's going to be completely random, but let's go ahead and see. Johnny, your question is in the category of red things.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Red things.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's going to say red politics.
Brittany, welcome to KROQ. It's a one and done. Johnny doesn't know. One prize up for grabs. Johnny is holding his chest right now like he's just been stabbed. He just took a shot of tequila. Are you feeling drunk yet, Johnny?
I might have to use the restroom right now.
Uh-oh.
I don't like this.
You're going to open the floodgates.
All right. Here is your question in red things. All you have to do is predict will Johnny know or not know Brittany. And the question is, where in the world would you find Red Square? Will Johnny know this, yes or no?
What's up, guys? No, Johnny will not know.
All right, she's locked
Sorry,
in
man.
on you will not know. Where in the world would you find Red Square? Johnny, do you look like you're thinking, but also you look like you are getting queasy.
Yeah, I got to use the restroom soon.
Great.
The only Red Square I know, is on the PlayStation controller.
Ah, yes, that
Green
is a red
triangle,
square.
blue X, orange circle, red square.
So your guess is anywhere in the world, the PlayStation controller.
PlayStation 2 or 3 controller.
Okay. Brittany, congratulations. Johnny did not know. If I said, Johnny, it's a place actually on the globe, like where would you find it in the world?
Red sounds like Russia.
Okay.
Red Russia.
Red Russia.
Yeah, Red Russia.
All right. Well, I was looking specifically for Moscow, but you know what?
Oh, Red
you
Russia.
got close.
Yes.
Brittany, he did not know. His first answer was PlayStation 2. He's just a bit off from Russia, but hold on one second. That has been a lightning edition of Johnny Doesn't Know. All right, go use the bathroom. We'll be right back. Quick break. We're going to give you the gift of eternal life with an old people's secret you need to survive next.
Calling all KROQ listeners, this is Dave Grohl.
Listen at 9, noon, 3, and 6 for your chance to win a pair of tickets to Foo Fighters. Wednesday, January 14th, Kia Forum.
That's right, baby.
Fans of the Foo Fighters lining up to give back and nab tickets.
Limited tickets at Ticketmaster.
Proceeds will go toward Hope the Mission and Los Angeles Mission.
Listen to KROQ all week to win tickets to see our band at the Forum.
Someone get in the best. Courtesy of Live Nation.
World famous KROQ. KROQ.
A cheapo tip for you, but there's tons of free Christmas trees in the streets all over Southern California right now. You just load up. Some of them actually look great. These things were hundreds of dollars just a few weeks ago, and now they are free for the taking.
Discarded, yeah. And, just takes one person to accidentally throw out a fake one. And you can keep that forever, baby.
And that's yours. And I don't know if anyone still has. I know that the official decorations in the building have been pretty much. I think there's one paper snowflake hanging on the ceiling, but most of those
You
have
have
been.
Christmas lights right here.
Oh, yeah, there's a few left around here, but that's just because we're lazy, and someone at some point will take these down. But I mean, and the lobby they had all set up here, that's all gone. They got rid of that.
When I got back from my trip, I was expecting to not see any Christmas decorations anymore. And not only did everybody in my neighborhood still have full-on Christmas decorations, still today, it's not only just lights, inflatables, the little Santa with the sleigh, everything is still up. And I was like kind of shocked that it's that aggressive still. I know some people leave their lights up through January, but I didn't think it was going to be full-on aggressive Christmas decorations still.
I think that of all the ones, we talked about how people pull down the Halloween ones like the next day.
Yeah,
like
those burn fast.
Those go quick. I mean, sometimes there's still people ringing the doorbell for candy and you're deflating and putting stuff away. Christmas ones have always gotten the most amount of shelf life. They go up the soonest, and I think that people give the most amount of wiggle room for when they can stay up because I think people like the vibes. And if you still have, presents sitting around, even if they've been opened, if they're still in a pile on the floor somewhere, it still fits the whole vibe of Christmas. I thought you got I don't know, usually Omar's my gauge as to when is the appropriate time, but I would think you got till mid-January easily.
You do, but for me, this is the first year that I actually took mine down earlier than normal because of all the goddamn rain. So I had to plan all my decorations around the goddamn weather. And I didn't have time afterwards, and I didn't want everything to get soaked because I was going to be around, and I didn't want my front yard to be just a mess.
Did you shake your fist at the sky when you said it's the goddamn weather?
Goddamn you, yeah.
Right, okay, that's about right.
But you would have kept them up through when?
Today. I would have taken them down today.
Oh, today's the day.
Why is today the day?
Oh, but I think because Christmas and New Year's, they landed on a Thursday, so you're celebrating that day on that Thursday, and then afterwards you're probably hungover on Friday, and you're not going to do it over the weekend. So everything kind of landed really weird this year. So yeah, I think today is the day where most people are going to start thinking about taking stuff down.
I would hope that by this weekend, everyone is removing everything.
Yeah,
I talked to a friend, and I don't know. how crazy this is or how often this happens, but he had a company that came out and put up the Christmas lights on his house. And the deal is you pay them a couple $100, they put them up, and then I think that they come afterwards and they take them down. He said the company apparently has now gone
Ghost.
Oh no! So they're up on his house,
and he has no idea how to take it down.
And he's no idea. But I said, dude, you just lucked out because now, for the most part, if you don't turn them on, just let them sit there. Most people will ignore they're even there for a year, and then boom, you're ready to go. You just got yourself the greatest deal in the history of Christmas.
People get mad over that, though. My friend is in an argument with her whole neighborhood over this because they want to keep their lights up all year and just switch them out. St. Patrick's Day, green lights. Up, Valentine's Day.
Wait,
here we go.
Do they have the fancy ones? The one that are just kind of like
colors.
Fancy lights.
But those are just like light strips. You really can't see those. I've seen those. Those are amazing. You really
they're
can't
like
see those.
discreet, but then they can keep up. If you get 4th of July, you get lights for that. You can change the
Yeah,
colors
for
for whatever
Valentine's Day,
holiday.
you can make them all red.
Right.
Yes.
And by the way, it does seem, whenever we talk about the way things used to be, it seems so asinine. Like me trying to explain to my kids going to get a movie at Blockbuster, and they're like, everything you're saying sounds made up. It's so preposterous. You'd go there and they wouldn't even have what you wanted, then you drive home. That's so stupid. Just download the movie. And that's how it even is now with the putting up of the lights, because I think Omar's right. There should be, if there's not already, just one great strip you put around your house or whatever one
why
time.
are we doing this every
and
year?
then you got 97,000
Control it with an app on your phone.
Yeah, your colors go out today, just like they do with the Empire State Building. They every day, it's blue today because Taylor Swift dropped an album. Oh, tomorrow it's this to remember so-and-so.
Right, exactly.
You
and
do
if
that
you
with your own house.
Coordinate it right. I mean, you can make it look like a dance party outside your house every single day.
It's all about that sweet dance party, baby.
But if you've got the original, especially if you've got those dangly ones that look like snowflakes. Or
icicles.
Icicles. Those, I think, look the worst after the fact.
Oh, I feel like you get to ride
because
those
are
through
just Christmas.
through the end of holiday. I feel like that's winter. You can roll those right through spring.
God,
and then they
really?
become groundhog lights. And then you leave them right up. Listen, for the groundhog.
Always an excuse for laziness.
If you'd like to live forever, we have an old person, and they're going to give you their secret. So listen to that next. this year is you don't want to die, and who better to learn from than the elderly? And every year when they turn 106, 107, the news crews start banging on the door, demanding the secret. What is your secret? And I believe that they are setting us up for early death by attempting to sabotage us by all giving us different secrets. But if you collect these and you start applying them to your lives, maybe you too will get to live forever. It's time for a new old people secret.
From chicken brain to drinking rain, not getting laid. They call me the barmaid.
They call me the barmaid.
That's right. Let's live forever with Sweet Dibbit. Sweet Dibbit. Time for some old people secrets.
All right. Let's meet a lady. 107, I believe.
It's always a lady.
Got a secret. Well, yeah. Guys decided 80. They're like, I can't do this anymore. I'm out.
Fun, you guys. I think I spent maybe 45 minutes with her, but I really could have spent hours with her. Her name is Nancy Rossi. She is now 107 years old, lives here in Wheaton, and she's seen it all. She's seen 19 presidents, 2 world wars, 2 pandemics, and what keeps her going is this, dancing.
That is not the song that she was dancing to, by the way. That's creative liberties.
I think it was.
She does have a lot of. Her hips do make the skeet skeet sound a lot, but this is the actual song she was dancing.
And her golf cart.
When I hear music, my feet does not stay still. I think dancing is the happiest thing in the world.
Aww.
Dancing is what keeps her happy, and she's not saying this is her secret yet, but she does love dancing.
And it's good for you because it's exercise.
That's right, Nancy Rossi. She was born April 10th, 1918. She was born and raised in Chicago. Nancy had 2 daughters and is the matriarch of her own and extended families. She crochets every day, little gifts for the community. Her sweet treat is typically, get this, 15 to 20 mini Tootsie Rolls every day.
Oh, my God. Old people love Tootsie Rolls.
Tootsie Rolls.
It was like the progression of Werther's. It was like, whoa, they're a little bit softer. This is lovely.
I think Tootsie Rolls was like the first thing that came along after just eating like turnips or something. So that's what they had.
Was that the first candy?
It must have been. Turnip and then Tootsie Rolls.
Is it just because the old people could just suck on it because they don't have any teeth, or like what is?
Yeah, but I think they probably grew up like this is her throwback to like when she was a kid.
So her entire lifetime she's been eating.
Yeah, but with dentures, this is probably a real mess.
Stuck with it.
Except when she gives it up for Lent, she tells me right now it's a bit of a struggle. Nancy lives with her daughter and was still driving until the age of 102. She's a self-proclaimed
when she killed a person.
Oh, man, that's when she drove right into an elementary school. Here, they have some video of her driving here.
There it is.
Italian, and today the city of Wheaton honored her with a proclamation declaring today Nancy Rossi Day. She has this advice for us all.
All right, here we go. Old people secret time. This is the advice. You want to live forever, you got to do what she does. We learned that she likes to dance. She eats a ton of Tootsie Rolls. She drove till 102, but what is her advice if you would like to live forever like she is doing? Allie.
Never stop moving your feet.
All right, you think she's going back to the feet thing?
Yeah, I think she's going to go back to the toe
Allie
tapping.
says don't stop moving the feet. Omar, what is her secret?
Yeah, I think it is. It's food related. I'm going to say that she loves the hot dogs. I love the hot dog. I'd say hot dog day. Yeah,
hot dog day. There is something about the preservatives in hot dogs that maybe keeps you around for a little bit longer.
Preserves your body.
Jake the Nerd, what is her secret?
I have sweet treat and sweet feet.
I think she's going to say sweet treat and sweet feet.
Very specific.
Your feet be sweet, eat sweet.
All right, and finally, Vanessa?
A piece of candy in my pocket at all times.
In my bucket?
Pocket.
That's, by the way, what Vanessa put in her latest contract, what she wants here at KROQ. Piece of candy.
I want one piece of candy every day.
All right, this is what she said. If you want to live forever, just do this.
I'm a stickler for keeping a family tight. I am. Even today, I can't see it drifting apart. Today is different living than it is 20 years ago, 25 years ago. We were closer then. We were all together then. And I always made sure that we all stayed together.
Oh, she beats her kids.
Family.
That's what she means.
Keep them close. Because snitches
keep them right,
get
keep them
stitches. We'll do some takeaways from today's show. Get them to us. That's next, KROQ. That'll pretty much do it for us this morning, although we are still on Instagram, Klein and Ally Show. Find us there. The show today will go up completely on YouTube, or there's a podcast which you can download and listen at your leisure. Tomorrow we'll give away another one of these trips. It's pretty cool, and I can't believe it's actually happening. Video, you can check it out on our socials, but we're taking you to Alpenrock in Breckenridge. We're going to fly, weekend, ski, snowboard getaway. Swanky digs to Breck. We're going to, I think we fly to Denver, then we head up the mountain. It's going to be a great time. We're bringing a bunch of listeners with us, and we'd love you to be a part of it. We'll be giving away another one of those trips tomorrow, so be ready to call and win. If you want Foo Fighters tickets, we'll have them for you tomorrow morning as well, or if you don't want to wait that long, Sluggo will have them for you in about an hour, noon, and then again at 3 and 6 with the great Kevin Ryder. All right, takeaways from today's show. What we got?
503, my takeaway is the Pigosaur is coming for you.
Pigosaur is how I sleep and how I look. Watch out. Hide your kids. Pigosaurus is here.
Don't hide your wives.
No, wives will hide themselves when Pigosaurus comes near.
What does your wife think of your new nose?
Well, she knows it's not going to, she knows this is a temper. I mean, she said I should she's like, you should just take the time off until it looks normal again. And I'm like, I'm not taking off.
Take 6 months
I'm not going to take 6 months off. What are you talking about? I'm just coming and do the radio show. I wish we weren't on YouTube. It'd be much better if I was hiding in the dark shadows, but.
Upon first look, though, what did she think?
I think I have her first reaction. This was when I first took off the bandages. She was standing right there.
Can we put like a shadow over your face, like in those documentaries? And then you already sound like you had that voice coder.
I would love it.
Welcome to the show. It's Thursday morning.
Yeah, if I could just be a shadow, that would make my life a lot easier for the next few months.
You can be a silhouette.
Yeah,
we can just cut your feed.
You know what? I'll put on my COVID mask again for the remainder of the
I don't think it'll
healing
cover
process.
It,
well, we're gonna get a few together. Get like an AIDS blanket.
Like a quilt.
Get a quilt. Someone make me a quilt.
All right. 818, my takeaway is forget Duolingo. Bud Light Bros can teach you Espanol. 818, my takeaway is got to get that vitamin D. 213, in 2026, you can get a KROQ mug for your leaky penis.
Sure can.
909, if you say you're bipolar and undocumented, you'll be single by New Year's. 626, me llamo Ali y soy muy malo.
Yeah.
Don't know what that means yet. And 626, my takeaway is Johnny's uncles are brown.
All right, if you don't know what we're talking about, it means you didn't listen to enough of the show, and you should listen to more of it tomorrow so that we can give you stuff and you'll understand what all these takeaways are about. Appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us this bonus hour. We will attempt to do it tomorrow and try to do it better. Jake the Nerd, you have a takeaway?
Yeah, it turns out I still got bag money.
Bag money. Jake successfully sold bags, plastic bags, illegally outside of grocery stores. Allie, takeaway?
My takeaway is kids are for snapping it.
Yeah, that's why you have kids, if you got some snapping to do. Omar, takeaway?
My takeaway is that you could add sugar to anything using a tiny spoon.
That's right. Vanessa loves that tiny little spoon.
And booger sugar.
That's what we're talking about. Have a great day. Do it tomorrow. Try to do it better. Here's Omar Khan to take us out.
That they feel that that you know they feel that